like anyone would be. I am flattered by your fascination with me, like any hot-blooded woman. I have simply wanted an object to crave. But you're not alone. You're uninvited and unfortunate. Must be strangely exciting to watch the stoic squirm. Must be somewhat hard-telling to watch a bird meet shepherd. But you're alone. You're uninvited and unfortunate. Slow. Like any uncharted tale, told me I must seem lately intriguing. You speak of my love like you have experienced love like mine before. But this is not love. You're uninvited and I don't think you're unworthy, but I need a moment to liberate.
If I ever leave this world alive, well, thank you for the things you did in my life. If I ever leave this world alive, I'll come back down and sit beside your feet tonight. Wherever I am, you'll always be loneliness that you feel will soon subside. So in a word, don't shed a tear. I'll be here when it all gets weird. If I ever leave this world alive. So when in doubt, just call my name. Just before you go insane. If I ever leave this world, hey, I may never leave this world. But if I ever leave this world alive, she says, I'm okay, I'm alright, though you have gone. Said, come on, Alvin. This place that I will not say how you feel. Now what must say more than ever. Things round to change. I said,
Hello, everybody. I'm waiting for Victor to turn off his phone over here. He's got the show playing on his phone. Hi, Tuesday night people. Tuesday night people that were allowing... You know what I was doing? Don't y'all want to always hear so y'all can laugh at me and make fun of me? What was I doing, Victor? I was brushing my teeth. Because when you do online radio or terrestrial radio, satellite radio... Bubba, I love you like sin, but get the crap out of here. What? Okay, I'm going to turn off my iPhone. Guys, I'm on the air. We have new rules going into effect tonight. I will be reading those to you in a moment. But anyway, when you go through what's called DJ school, it's put on here in Dallas. Big D, little L, double L, big D, little A, double L, A, S. It's called DJ school, and you get sponsored. And I actually did. You learn the little tricks of the trade, and one thing is you get a bottle of Afrin nose spray. Okay? And I'm trying to clean off my glasses. I took my contacts out because I was cleaning out the garage earlier and I got dust in them. You take one shot in each one of your noses. I know that's funny, but that's just the way I say it. And you get the kind that has the red top, not the green top, because the green top will be like you shot gasoline up your nose. It'll burn like crazy. And hello, webcammers that are seeing me on webcam. I'm on webcam. Yes, I know my shirt is too short. It's showing my belly. It's Afrin Original 12-hour nasal spray. And it just makes you sound better. But then there's another thing you do. Brush your teeth. Gargle. And when I brush my teeth, it's like this major deal. You know, if you're not going to floss, don't bother brushing your teeth, boys and girls. Don't even bother. Because it's like, it just doesn't do any good. I am a stickler for nails, teeth, skin, and hair. I have to have nice nails, nice teeth, nice skin, and nice hair. And you know, I just think that it's just more important than clothes. You can actually wear no clothes at all. Okay, Dalton says, we need to talk off BTR. Okay, hold on, Dalton. I think I'm on Blog Talk Radio tonight, so they're wanting me to call in on the Blog Talk Radio show. 10:38, I'm that late. Wow, I made a rhyme. 10:38, I'm that late. How is everybody tonight? Is anybody out there? Hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? Things are going great. We had a birthday party tonight here in the Daly compound. That's about it. So I'll just let you guys go. Now, I'll be reading some rules that have to do with the show. I've kind of had to take a little bit of a check on the show. For those of y'all who don't ride horses, whenever you're riding a horse and he starts to act like an idiot, it's called checking him. And all you do is you just take your reins and you just kind of go bump and pull him in a little bit. You just kind of check him. That just lets him know, I'm here. I'm right on top of you, riding you. And I've got to check the show a little bit, which means we're going to have to kind of just go over some of the basic rules of the show. That being, that's what's wrong with iTunes. It says it's in the trash. Sorry. My iTunes has crashed lately or something. Anyway, okay. And things just kind of get a little bit quirky on the callers. Now, everybody that's been calling in is always going to call in. And if they don't, I'm just going to be so depressed. But the rules are going to be as follows. What am I doing? Oh, BTR. Skype. Hold on. I don't want to call in this guy. Oh, good. There he is. Okay, hold on. Let's see what he has to say. One of my buddies. Oh. Oh, really? I want to talk to you too. I can put on a song and we can talk. I can put on a song and we can talk. Yeah. Do you want me to do that? Can you hear me? Are you out there? Hold on. Let me say something. I can put on a song. Oh, you heard me? Oh boy. Come in. Welcome. Bienvenue. Come along. Come in. Thank you. This is my son.
You know
I can tell you're not. What?
You know where paper towels are?
¿Dónde está la tuelas, la papel? Say, ¿dónde está? No, not ¿dónde está? It's ¿dónde está la toalla de papel? I don't know. They're out in the garage. Love you. Let's see. My kids come over and rip my stuff off. I'm at the big house tonight. What was I going to do? Oh, put on a song. I need to talk with somebody. If you guys would do me a big favor and stand by for uno momento, por favor. Let's play the first thing I find on here. First song up to bat is, you got it. We'll be right back. I'm going to call somebody while we're off the air. Hang on, okay? Hold on, waiting for it to load. And here we go. I'll be right back. Don't go. If you leave, I'm going to come and find you, okay? That's Sail by AOL Nation. They come from AOL.com. They are a nation. And I am Debbie here with you on Tuesday. It is 46 past the hour here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. It's a warm 67 degrees outside with winds out of the northeast to about 6 miles an hour. It's a beautiful night to be sailing on any place around Dallas. That's why I played Sail. And don't forget, Cars for Cash, Can for Cars is, what am I doing? Let's go sign on to BTR. I think I have a show over there tonight because Dalton's in queue. Dalton's in the queue. And I haven't even called in. Okay, let's dial up the El Show, which is area code 646-200-444. You just have to guess the last one. And, hold on a second. Doggy afuera! Doggy afuera!
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host pin. When finished, press the pound key.
Hold on, sweetheart. Hold on. Keypad. 1, 2, 3. Hold on.
Our menu has recently changed.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now. Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beep. Spreaker.com. Now we have the intro.
This is FRD. Welcome back to the Debi Daly Show.
Hey, Dollface. Let me go kill the intro on Blogstock. How are you?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
This is Constantine
Diva
Gravelly,
Babbling.
and I've
Never listened to the Debi Daly Show. I forgot. Dalton's in queue on Blog Talk Radio, so I thought I'd better sign on just to see what's going on.
Listen to the Debi Daly Show.
Chewing chew bubble gum, and you just ran out of gum. I'm opening up the Blogstock account as we speak. Stand by. All right, it's
This
now.
is Celtic, and you're listening to the Debi Daly Show.
It says we're on the air. Let me open my studio. Cut your head off. Studio's opening. Stand by, everybody. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
What's up? This is the Fat Red Dragon from the 420 Grindhouse, and you're listening to the Debi Daly Show.
The only way I can cut it off is to play something else, so let's do this real quick.
Things I believe is that the civil rights movement has been basically perverted.
You know, if you don't use this intro when you start your new show, I'm going to slander your name. I love that intro, but I have to read you the new rules. Are you ready?
What is the new rule now? So rules. There are new rules, I guess, for Spreaker or Spreaker.
No, it's the new Debi Daly Show rules. Number 1, this is from Steve. Well, yeah, he wrote, there will be no racial profiling on the show. Number 2. Hold on. One of them is don't call in unless I ask you to call in, unless you are Mr. Midnight Movie, Lester, or Steve. No, I'm joking. Hold on, Dave. Hold on. Number 1, there are to be no racial profiling on the show. Number 2, subjects put up on the program are meant to be informative and meaningful. Number 3, if you are on the panel and see something in the chat room that is offensive, please advise Debbie or Steve via Skype. Bringing it up on the air will only spread the ignorance. Number 4, bringing up someone's color or religion in bad taste will not be accepted. Number 5, any comments made to be inflammatory or racist will not be accepted and may result in you being put off the call. And then he says these rules are put in place to show respect and to keep quality of the show as a priority. If any one of these 5 rules gets broken, you will have to deal with me. Love, Steve. No, it doesn't say that. You will. It says right here, if any of these rules do not apply to you, then something. I'm please refrain from calling in. But anyway, well, I just wanted to put some rules in place. How are you, Pumpkinhead?
I am doing very well. You
sound good. Are you rested?
I am rested. I'm still fighting with the procrastination. I got to clean up my shed that I'm working in, and I'm just like I don't get to it as much as I can, and also some of my areas and stuff. I'm fighting with overcoming procrastination.
Well, I was telling Jewish Producer earlier, I said his cough seems to me like it's not a wet cough, it's a production cough. And what that means is you're breathing allergens somewhere and your lungs are trying to expel them because you seem like you seem like you're choking, like that every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Not choking, but your air's being forced up and out of your lungs, which I know a lot about lungs, and that means that you're kind of going, and so, yes.
Do you know where trash bags are for a small can?
In here, thank you, love child. It's my
Did you
little...
have asthma, Debbie?
Stephen had asthma. He just walked in. Didn't you have asthma, Bubba? He had asthma real bad. But it was childhood asthma, right, my love? Mm-hmm. Oh, he was horrible. He was on a nebulizer.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, okay. You good to go now, buddy? Yeah. He has been cleaning his area of his house. They have an area. I'm at the big house tonight, and they have an area over here that is theirs. And,
How did they put you there?
well, I told him tonight, I said, Stephen, you're not going home until you straighten up that area. He has like this game room that he hangs out in. And anyway, but Heather and the baby and Philip are going to stay here tonight, but Stephen's going back over to the house, which is the house where that letter came to that time. So I was telling Jewish Producer, I said, it sounds like something. It's not a wet cough, and so I'm thinking if you could get an air purifier.
Yeah.
Seriously, for your rooms or anything you have to do.
Yeah,
I just
absolutely.
care about y'all. I do.
But what is the best way? Well, I was listening to Stefan Molyneux. What do you think is the best way to overcome procrastination?
The best way to overcome procrastination is to have somebody that you have to answer to. Has been my problem. Like if I'm procrastinating on doing something, okay, for example, like working out, I will get a buddy to work out with. And I will tell that buddy, I will meet you at the gym Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Then I have to be there. So what you could do for what are you procrastinating about?
I said my work. I'm like, I gotta, they're after, because I'm kind of sloppy.
Did you know we've been muted on BTR this whole time? I'm so sorry, Blog Talk Radio people. I had us muted, but we're with you now. It's me, Mr. Midnight Movie, and another caller just called in. Well, maybe, hi Lester, how are you?
I am peachy.
You are peachy.
I am.
I've read that. I've read that in the bathroom on the windows and on the walls.
That's right. I am peachy, and I need to address Mr. Midnight Movie if I could.
Absolutely. I can go on mute.
Okay. I did a whole hour and a half one night about procrastination. Because I used to be a procrastinator, bud. Long time ago. And I put some things off that ended up costing me literally tens of thousands of dollars. And I want to tell you what, once you do that, you will not procrastinate anymore. So if you can somehow figure a way out and discipline yourself enough to penalize yourself, what I'm saying is I was selling a house, a property. I owned a home in 80 acres out in Blue Ridge, Texas once. And I had some people that were coming to look at the house, and they were really interested, and there was some things that I needed to do, and I'd get to it later, and these were real buyers. And, I put that off, and the next thing you know, I lost like $40,000 just because I would not go down and take care of I had this horse barn, or horse area, and I needed to take care, and I did not. And you know what? They actually got me on that, and next thing you know, I lost, I don't know, $35,000, $40,000 on the deal. Truly did.
Jeez.
It was in my terms. When I say coming to look at it, they were coming to do this final inspection. And part of my agreement is that I would have this whole area fixed up, and I would have the watering troughs all replaced, and I didn't do it. It wasn't for the lack of the money. It was just I felt like I was too busy to do it. So if you could some way figure out a way to penalize yourself every time you say you're going to do something. Just go do it. I mean, I know that's easier said than done because it's easy. I get that, brother. I was the worst procrastinator in the world, but not anymore.
Stefan Molyneux had an interesting thing about procrastination. He had a thing. I don't know if you know who he is, but
no.
He had a thing about procrastination, and he said procrastination comes from the fact that parents, and it starts usually with parents, and then our bosses do it. And if you've ever been in the military, you have a drill instructor do it. It's the fact that many parents treat their children as slaves. He said procrastination is not a natural thing, but parents always want you to do things on their time. And like, say you get home, you've just gotten home from school, and you want to sit and relax, and your mom or your dad said, pick up the clothes, and, they want it done now, and you're kind of willful about it. And he said that psychological thing lasts even until your adulthood, doing the pleasant things you just put off.
Mr. Midnight Movie, you want to talk about being a slave? I was my father's remote control. Now let me explain. He would be in the den watching TV, and he'd go, Deborah? I'd go, yes. He'd go, I'd come out of the room, he'd go, put that on Channel 8. Swear to God. I was
Son of a bitch.
If I'm lying, I'm dying. And I'd go, Daddy? He'd go, put that on Channel 8.
Well, I know.
And I thought my old man was bad.
Well, of course, I mean, I'm being facetious in a way, but then in a way I'm not. But it was before we had one of those big, long console televisions that had the little doors that you opened up on.
Did you have the as they called it back in those days? Did you have the hi-fi? The stereo
high
thing
fidelity
where you had the record player in the top?
On the right side, you look down, there was a record player that had Goodbye Yellow Brick Road,
Yeah, there you go.
You know something? I want to tell you something, Mr. Midnight Movie. It says I subscribe to a magazine called Psychology Today, and if anybody knows me in real life, you know that I've got boxes of these things. I've been taking since I was in college, these magazines. And it says in here that a sense of timelessness arises when we read chapters of the Fathers, a collection, it's called Chapters of the Fathers by Pirkei Avot, a collection of Jewish ethical teachings compiled around 200 BC. Okay? The text repeatedly advises readers not to put off important duties. Rabbi Hillel, who was born around 100 BC, says, "Do not say, when I'm free, I will study, for perhaps you will never become free." Punctuality is the essence of ethics. As Hillel says in one of the most famous expressions in the entire Jewish tradition, if I am not for myself, who will be for me? Okay? But if I am only for myself, then who am I? And it says, don't let the sun go down. And he goes on, and this is a really good, I'm going to send you this link to this article. And anything in Psychology Today is worth reading. But I think also, what do you call it, Lester? A blank partner, a accountability partner, right?
Yeah. That's perfect.
Tell me, I'll be it, but I'm going to make you flip on the webcam if I have to, and I'm going to say, show me your room or show me whatever. I mean, I'm going to hold you accountable, and you'll do it then.
Well, you know what? And the same thing holds true. How many people have gone out and bought a gym membership, and then what you do is you say, yeah, I'll go tomorrow. And then tomorrow gets here. But if you have a workout buddy, you will make sure that you're there not to disappoint your friend, and the same thing holds true for him.
For him, exactly. Exactly. Hi, Steve Rush. Welcome to the show. I'm sorry.
No problem. You guys are talking. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Or if you've got the money, hire a trainer at $45 an hour. Then you're damn well show. Or you can split a trainer with a person, and it's only what's 45 divided by 2? $22.50. $22.50 and he'll train both of you. So anyway, hire a trainer, and that way you'll go to the gym. But it just depends on whatever you're putting off doing. I'm here for you. But Dennis Prager used those rabbinical things. He said that one time because he was talking about narcissism, and that if I don't look after myself, who will? Or I forget exactly what you said from the rabbinical thought process. I missed it because I was. It said, do not say when I am free, I will study, for perhaps you will never become free. If I am not for myself, who will be for me? But if I am only for myself, who am I?
Yeah, he said that one time, and it was the conflict. It was it was the conflict of narcissism, and he was talking about narcissism because you have to be for you, but you have to be also for other people.
Remember this: in an airplane, when the oxygen, they run out of air, what do they say to the mothers? Put the mask on you before you put it on the child.
Yeah.
Because I can't help the child if I don't have an oxygen mask on. I have no idea why I just said that. I'm going back on mute.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a good point. I mean, parents should be kind of settled and mature before they have children, to a degree. I mean, that kind of metaphor. I mean, it's true. You have to put on the oxygen mask first.
I'll tell you what exactly. That I should write a book called I put my oxygen mask on first, because they say that in airplanes. They'll go, now, mothers, if you're with the small children, please put your oxygen mask on first, then help the child put the oxygen mask on. Remember? Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do the whole I'll change the name of the show tonight to Procrastination. Now, come on, people. You know that we procrastinate. Some of us are worse than others, but what is it that makes some of us do things that others don't? I mean, that others just can't seem to find. Do you think it's depression? Some of us are depressed and we don't give a crap?
I think that plays a big role a lot of times in procrastination.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them.
I think none of us out there are without that old demon of depression slipping in, where we're just like, F it, I'm going to try not to cuss on the show. F it, I don't care. Nobody else cares about me. I don't care about me. Who gives a crap? I'm going to eat what I want to eat. I'm going to throw my trash on the floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, and I think it goes back to being active. I mean, 3M, I swear to God, dude, I used to be the same way, and I found that I had to be active. I have to be doing something that I love, and working out is number one. It's quintessential, and you wanting to do anything else, because it really gives you vigor and gives you energy. The more energy you expend, the more you get. I work out every day. Yeah.
And I run every day, and I hate every minute of it.
But afterward, don't you feel good?
But why don't you not do it then?
Well, because I know that it's good for me to do this, and I have a probably an overinflated view of my self-worth.
You think? I love
That's
it.
very honest, man. That's very honest.
But I just know that it's good for me. A lot of people, a lot of guys, when they start gaining weight, they gain weight right off the bat in their gut, right? I mean, guys and
section, yeah.
Yeah, and if for some reason I've had a lot of things going on, or I'm traveling or whatever, and I don't have the chance to work out, and there's been times that I've been on the road for like a month at a time, and I just don't have time. And then all of a sudden I look down and I feel this little pooch starting. Jesus Christ, for some reason
your jeans get tighter all of a sudden. You're like,
yeah,
why can't I get my jeans on? You're out and about and you're doing all this stuff and you've been eating all this shit food, and then all of a sudden you're starting to feel like, Jesus Christ, I can't do this. And I probably have an unhealthy fear of getting fat. And so the thought of me getting truly overweight
I'm not one of those people that gets all freaked out and look in the mirror and I don't see what's really there. I'm just saying that I witnessed people in my life that just went, just so way out of control with their food and their inactivity, and they're not taking care of themselves and stuff like that, that I can't stand the thought of,
absolutely. You're right.
I just
you know
can't.
what? You know how I lost 30 pounds, Mr. Solution, just being a bang a boom, just boom boom boom, and my girlfriend lost 80.
You said the word.
What did I say?
You accidentally called him something. You called him. Yeah.
Did I really?
You missed him so much.
I know. I don't want to talk about it.
What were you saying, Deb?
Don't get a horse.
Don't get a horse.
No, I said get a horse.
Okay.
Get a horse. Put it in self-care at a barn, and you have to go over there every day and turn it out or turn it in or muck out the stall, give it some hay, give it some grain, do its water. You have to muck out, and
That's
I mean,
right.
You have to. If you don't, you get in twubs. I mean, you get in trouble galore.
Swabs.
And you can even get an old cheap horse. You can go get an old 400.
Sway back.
Sway
Well,
back.
not even wanting to ride it. Just go get Seabiscuit, somewhere. And well, he's $400. We'll sell him for $2. And put him in that trailer and take him to that self-care. It's like what, $50 a month, $75 a month. And I mean to tell you, you meet sexy girls that are in tight jeans, and they're going to look at your horse, man.
Sorry ass horse.
He's going, and he's like 25 years old. But I'm serious. You have to get over there every day, rain or shine, or what. And it doesn't matter if it's 500 degrees like it gets here in Dallas. Anyway,
3M. What type of working out do you like to do? Do you enjoy riding your bike?
Well, I actually enjoy playing paddle tennis.
Okay, that's a great one. That's great.
I even enjoy, I used to enjoy, I enjoy playing shooting baskets.
That's another great one. Those
I
are
used
things
to
you
enjoy
need to
hitting-
incorporate. Okay, those two things. Let's just stop at those two things. You need to incorporate those things in your life immediately. Because I'll tell you what you'll get. If you put in 3 hours, let's say you can't realistically put 3 hours in a day, but eventually you will. Let's say a half an hour a day. You start with it. I promise to God that half an hour will give you 5 hours of energy. And you will be doing things that you didn't believe you'd normally do.
or you could start doing meth. That's always a good way.
right.
That's
Yeah,
an
but
option
you know
I
what?
think
I
you
mean-
should stay away from.
Jewish producer and I, because we've talked about procrastination before, and they do have this, for ADD, because people with ADD are notorious procrastinators.
Are you blaming it
They
on your
give them
ADD?
Adderall. No, I don't think I have ADD. I don't know I don't know what I have.
I was just going from the
But I'm a
song. Sorry.
procrastinator. But a lot of people with ADD are, and they give them Adderall to
Right, which is a
to help
stimulant.
stop them. As a stimulant, yeah. But
But
I
you
guess
have to be
it's
a
supposed
candidate for it. If you're not a candidate for it, it won't work. If you took it, it would probably make you go through the roof.
Maybe.
If you took Adderall, you would be it would be like you had 20 cups of coffee. You'd be
You'd
miserable.
lose weight though.
Or have a heart attack in the process. So yeah, I mean, that's
Actually,
which
you
option?
know what I take right now? When I get up every morning, I have to take a 5-hour energy drink just to wake up.
Worst thing in the world for you. Worst thing.
Really? Why is that?
No, it's not. Mr. Midnight Movie's a super cool guy. And hush, don't pick on him, Steve.
I love him. If I didn't care about him, I wouldn't even say anything.
No, I like him.
5-hour energy is one of the worst things you could do for your body.
Says worse than, what do you mean one of the
Look it
worst
up.
things
Look
you could
it
do?
up. Just look it up. I'm not
I don't
gonna
have
give
time. I'm on the
this
show since tell us. Why is it so bad?
None of it's real. Okay, it's stimulants.
It's just caffeine and guava and
It's a
all
lot
that
of
stuff.
vitamin B in unhealthy doses. Do you take a 1 a day? just take a 1 a day. If you need a B vitamin supplement, do that.
Anyway.
But don't take something that's so potent that
Well,
all of a sudden.
But I
just
think
5
that
hours
procrastination is a great topic. It says right here that
It is.
history shows us that cultures vary. Over time and across societies, one person's fish becomes another person's poison. The French word for fish is poisson. Les poissons. How I love les poissons. I love to chop and cook little fish. Chop, chop, chop. First I chop off their heads, then I pull out their... Never mind. It says, and when it comes to procrastination, French culture is a good place to look if you find a playful twist in with a flavor added to it. Under the old French regime, France was an aristocratic society and physical labor was a sign of low status. The original role of the nobles was to be a warrior class, but that was in the Middle Ages. Under the absolute monarchy of Louis XIV and his successors, nobility became a leisure class defined by courtly manners and elegant consumption. I have no idea why I'm reading this, but it's like, I really think that you need an accountability partner.
But procrastination becomes a habit.
I agree.
In my thought pattern about the way I view that, I think it becomes a habit. And you said, I think you said, Debbie, you wonder if it's associated with depression.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people who struggle with depression,
Mm-hmm.
and they become the world's worst procrastinators. Whether it's, I'm not saying that all people that do that, but they get their houses to the point that it's just almost unlivable. Some people like that.
Bingo. I'm so glad you brought that up. Did you know that one of the number one things that will make you depressed is if your home is cluttered?
I believe that, and on top of that, once it starts getting cluttered, I could see where somebody would go, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
What does it matter?
Yeah, what the fuck? It can't get any worse.
It causes depression and it causes anxiety.
I'm hearing that there's no sound coming from the Spreaker network.
There, and turn it on real quick.
No, we're coming in just fine. I've got my bump. It's bouncing.
God sakes, have I gone deaf?
You've gone deaf, but hold on.
Hang on just a minute. I'm going to hit it if it kind of feeds back in here.
Okay.
Okay. If he's saying hello, no sound.
No,
I heard it just fine.
Victor's saying we've got sound. We've got sound. Just push F5, guy.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, guy, reload your page.
Well, now, what did you say that I didn't say?
Refresh. Okay.
Hit F5. That's also refresh. But I just think that, have you ever noticed when you go to a hotel room how you just feel so good when you walk in? You're like, everything's all clean and all, there's nothing ever laying around everywhere.
I get out the black light and start looking for all the...
blah, blah, blah. We went through that one night. But I'm saying...
Oh, my God, man.
And it's amazing, Mr. Midnight Movie, the things that we can do without that we don't really need. You think, I can't throw this away or this away or this away. If somebody was to go into your, we'll say room, your bedroom, and just wipe it out, put a new bedspread, a new splashy paint on the walls, you wouldn't miss any of that garbage.
Hey, can I say something that relates to that?
Sure.
Here not long
From now
ago,
tonight, if anybody says, "Can I say something?" a kitty cat dies. I will kill one over here. We got baby kittens. I will actually kill. I'll tell Stephen, will you kill the cats? Okay, we're going to actually kill the cats.
Right.
Okay.
But talking about having somebody come in, let me tell you, and it's I don't have a cluttered house, but there's those rooms, I call them those rooms. Those rooms that you never go in. Those rooms that when you unbox a new 60-inch TV and you go put the box in that room,
quote unquote extra room.
There's a treadmill with clothes hanging up on it's now a rack for hangers.
That's right. Well, and I have a Bowflex in this room that I refuse to use anymore, so I've got shit hanging off of it. And I've got where I bought a new TV. I've got that in there, and my microwave oven just needed to be replaced not long ago, so that box is in there. I found these people. I've got this lady and her daughter that usually come twice a week and go through my house and just clean it up. And so I said, listen, what I'd like to do is I want to just wipe out everything that I don't use. And so she got with her husband, and they came over here with a big truck and a big trailer. And I just started throwing stuff out. I just said, here, take it, do it. You guys can keep it, have it, whatever you want to do. And I'm going to tell you what, when they left here, we went out to my shed. I have a shed out back as well. We went out to my shed, and I just wiped that out. I went into my office, and I got rid of all the old computers. Now, I real quick took all the hard drives out. But I told them, you guys can have all of these computers minus the hard drives. And you could have these laptops that I don't use anymore. You can have, and of course, they just thought they had died and gone to heaven. But I did not care. So I paid them, for that day, I paid them $400 so that I could give them stuff. Coffee makers, anything that I was not using, I just got rid of. And it's not, don't get me wrong, there were a few things that I hung on to that, of course I might use, but I really tried to look and think about it. It's kind of like cleaning your wallet out. What was that phone number? What was it? I just wipe all that, and I'm going to tell you what, I never felt so good that I got rid of all of that stuff. And then when to just look out there on that trailer that they had and how much shit, and my house was clean.
That's a good feeling, isn't it?
Just oh my God, it was just amazing.
Well, I like to think. Can I say something?
Yes.
Meow, Stephen. I'm sorry. There was the first one. What was I going to say? Oh, okay. You know who said it best one time was who did the 7 words you can't say on TV? George Carlin. When he did that bit about our junk. Remember our junk that we carry around with? Do y'all remember that? No?
Yep.
Yeah.
It makes so much. Here it is. The first one says George Carlin talks about stuff. Okay, listen to this real quick. If it sucks, I'll turn it off. Hi, David. How are you?
I'm good. How is everyone?
Great. Welcome to the show. This is only 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Let's see how it runs and see how it sounds.
I would have been out here a little bit sooner, but
please
they
mute
gave
everybody.
me the wrong dressing room, and I couldn't find any place to put my stuff. And I don't know how you are, but I need a place to put my stuff. So that's what I've been doing back there, just trying to find a place for my stuff. You know how important that is. That's the whole meaning of life, isn't it? Trying to find a place for your stuff. That's all your house is. Your house is just a place for your stuff. If you didn't have so much goddamn stuff, you wouldn't need a house. You could just walk around all the time. That's all your house is. It's a pile of stuff with a cover on it. You see that when you take off on an airplane and you look down and you see everybody's got a little pile of stuff. Everybody's got their own pile of stuff. And when you leave your stuff, you got to lock it up. Wouldn't want somebody to come by and take some of your stuff. They always take the good stuff. They don't bother with that crap you're saving. Ain't nobody interested in your 4th grade arithmetic papers. They're looking for the good stuff. That's all your house is. It's a place to keep your stuff while you go out and get more stuff. Now, sometimes you've got to move. You got to get a bigger house. Why? Too much stuff. You've got to move all your stuff. And maybe put some of your stuff in storage. Now imagine that. There's a whole industry based on keeping an eye on your stuff. Enough about your stuff. Let's talk about other people's stuff. Did you ever notice when you go to somebody else's house, you never quite feel 100% at home? You know why? No room for your stuff. Somebody else's stuff is all over the place. And what awful stuff it is. Where did they get this stuff? And if you have to stay overnight at someone's house, unexpectedly, and they give you a little room to sleep in that they don't use that often, someone died in it 11 years ago, and they haven't moved any of his stuff. Or wherever they give you to sleep, usually right near the bed, there's a dresser, and there's never any room on the dresser for your stuff. Someone else's shit is on the dresser. Have you noticed that their stuff is shit, and your shit is stuff?
There we go. I let 220 roll on that. But that is true. That was the very first, when I Googled George Carlin, it came up, the very first hit was Stuff. Him talking about stuff. Dalton said he's laughing.
My father and I had an agent. He was a casting director. And he had died recently. And he had so much stuff that it was in the bathroom. The guy didn't even bathe because he had like stacks and stacks of photographs and papers that were, like I said, they were even in his bathtub. He had filled up.
Wow. I've seen people put stuff in their ovens that they don't use. Or, you know what I'm talking about, guys?
Jesus. That's terrible.
Yeah, well, that guy, he always ate out. So, yeah, I think there was stuff even in the ovens because he never used the oven. So he used that as another filing cabinet for his...
isn't that
Lester,
borderline hoarding?
Lester, are you a minimalist?
He crossed that borderline a long time ago there, Dave.
Are you a minimalist, Lester? Is Lester saying?
No, not really. Not really. I just got rid of all of that stuff.
Now every time we say stuff, we're going to lie.
Yeah, we're going to emphasize it. But I just got rid of all that stuff. You know, why did I put that box in there? Why did that? You know what I mean? Why did I unbox the TV and then put the box in there? Why didn't I just fold it up or cut it up?
No, it's because you thought, what if I have to take the TV back?
Well, I got news for you. If I have to take a TV back, I just hope to God when stuff like that works, because I hate the idea of dealing with some person at the return counter of any type of... I cannot even imagine.
Then you need to know what my grandmother said. Dalton, my grandmother said that if you need to take something back, take Deborah. I don't know why she always said that.
Well, do you just wear them out?
She just said that I am a person...
Part Jewish.
No. She said, I am... But we love Jewish people. I think that Jewish people... I love the one angry Jew. Because, see, now you said that in a derogatory way.
But what have I always said about one angry Jew? Every time that you and I have discussed him on a personal level, what have I always said?
I love him, and you said you loved him.
I think he is a hoot. This
Call
guy
in the one angry
good.
Jew. I love him. I do. He'll tell you that. He'll tell you I love the one angry Jew. I've defended him to many, many people. A lot of people don't like the one angry Jew.
Well, I love him, no homo, but I love him.
Right.
I think he's great.
It took me a while to come
being
to the
homo
point
is
of
fine.
enjoying
There's
it.
nothing negative about being homo, right?
No.
I
was just
homo.
that was like you know how they used to say that. You know,
oh,
guys used to say that.
absolutely, no homo. I understand. No, what were you going to say, Steve-O?
No, it took me a while to get to the point to really enjoy his sense of humor and the way he deals with it, the way that he brings something out. And now I do. I think he's awesome now.
I think he's a hoot, man.
Yeah, he's funny as shit.
Oh,
sure.
On Blog Talk Radio, I did, you know, my famous intros. I don't know why I call them intros. I just should call them blank, whatever they are. But
Debos.
I had one about the one angry Jew, and it had all of his little sound bites in it, and it was just hysterical.
Yeah.
It was cute.
The way he delivers something and he just leaves it there and you just have to think. I mean, because it has something that you just have to think about it and it'll hit you. Mm-hmm. So he's clever as can be.
It started out with me going, I'm having the most wonderful caviar and I was wondering, should I have red wine? And I go, welcome to the program, Piston Pilot. And he goes, oy vey.
Oy vey.
Does he ever do his own show?
He had a show, and he got it 4 on Ford.
I never... Well, do you remember the name of it, Deb? I don't remember his show.
The One Angry Jew.
Okay, yeah, actually, I'm trying to... Now I'm actually seeing the image. He uses the same image, I believe, that he did.
Why did he get 404?
Jew, you want to call in? Are you out there listening, Jew? You want to call in and tell him? Let me see if I've heard from him tonight. Let's see. We got Suave Dave. And then Stevie David, movie, Reverend Bottled Pineapple. Oh, that name. He's online. Let me see if I can rustle up this old Jew. Hey there, call us. If I call him, if I add him to the call, watch what a cluster it is. I'm going to add him to the call and watch his audio. He'll be going, I
thought you were going to say a kitten died.
L'chaim. Oi.
No, that's not what it is. It's just he'll be like fumbling and...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I'll answer or not, but I think his picture is hysterical. This is an actual photograph that he took with his cell phone of a plumber in the state in Pennsylvania. Have y'all seen the picture of his? Oh, he'd have to be one of your contacts. I don't know if you can see it. It's, if you can imagine, there's a guy in a truck, a white pickup truck, okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, on his door of the pickup truck is from the shoulder down a man sitting on a toilet. Now think about it. When you look at the truck, you see it looks like him sitting on the toilet, and it's a plumber.
So it's painted on the door. Nice.
But
Clever.
it's
Oh,
really,
that's kind of cool.
it's really funny.
I saw that picture somewhere.
Really?
Maybe it was on his. Did he have it on his profile once?
Yes, he does. That's what he has on right now on
That's
on
where I
Skype.
saw it. Okay.
It's hysterical. He's very funny, but you've got to really let him take his time. But if it's really funny to listen to him. He's a very funny person. Well, he's added to the call. He's added to the call. So, the name of his show was something very odd, but I would love to show it to you, but my iTunes has crashed. What am I going to do about iTunes? Does anybody know?
Do you have to re-download it, Deb?
I've already done
that.
Yeah, I've already done it.
Did you uninstall it and then re-download it?
Yeah.
No, did not uninstall it. Should
I
do
think
that?
I would try that.
Do that, and then if there's still a problem, call Apple.
Because every time I open it, it crashes. Yes, dear.
Do you think there is a common thread with hoarders? Like, is there maybe on average, a common theme amongst hoarders? Something that that the traumatic experience that they went through that causes them to hoard.
I don't know, man. I saw that TV show Hoarders. I could only watch it twice. I could not imagine even living like that.
Yeah, but look at what those people did. They went in, and what did they do? They said, we're going to have keep, sell, and donate, or what was it?
Yeah, keep, sell, donate, and throw out. They have with each of the sections, and it was really trying on the family and the psychologist helping the woman that person that day of the show to throw everything out because they still wanted to keep things, but the health department said if you don't clean it up, your house will be condemned.
Condemned? Pictures, look, there's a hole in the bottom of that where I tore it. How stupid. You know what? iTunes quit unexpectedly. Click reopen to open the application again. Click report to see more detailed information. I'm going to click report and see what it says. It says, the reason it's questioned, it says, well, see, the Jew would know this. Process, iTunes. Path, applications, iTunes. Content, Mac OS, iTunes. Identifier, com.apple.tunes. Version, 11.1.4. And then it says, date and time of crash. And then it says crashes since last report, 110.
Wow.
Deb, have you done your updates? Have you done all your updates?
Uh-huh. It says I can't update it anymore.
Okay. Well,
it says
current.
Thread
as long as you're up to current.
It says thread crash iTunes main dispatchq.com.main thread. It doesn't. Gosh, it's so long though. Oh my gosh. It says all this stuff on here. It says
108 crashes. You've got a virus in there.
110. Yeah, that's what I said. And I was wondering if somebody sent me something that caused it to crash. But
wait a minute. I thought Apple wasn't.
What?
Every computer can get a virus.
Yeah.
Apple's less likely to because they're only
to get viruses even through iTunes because.
Uh-huh. Well, it's giving me the reason why, but I don't understand this stuff. It's like core media and music.
You need an IT guy to remotely access into your computer, or uninstall and reinstall iTunes and pop in your Apple ID and password.
I know. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll just because I can. That's a major part of my show is my iTunes. You know, because I work off of that for audio. I can't play any of Lester's drops or anything.
Sound bites.
Yeah.
Drops.
So. And instead of putting it off, I'm going to do it right now as we speak. Watch me.
Oh, no procrastination going on, folks. This is how it's
you
done.
might need to restart your computer, though, if you reinstall it.
Uh-huh.
More than likely.
So.
Okay. Well, it's just... There's a bunch of stuff on here. What is all this? I just did a search on the word iTunes. It's got... Are you kidding me? Look at all this stuff in here on iTunes.
Do a search, like a Google search, and
Right.
put like whatever the original error that you get comes up. Put that in a Google search and see what everybody else is getting.
Because it happened the other night. Hold on, David. It happened the other night when I got one of those audios at Lester, but I know Lester didn't send me a virus.
No, because I make sure all my stuff's checked out.
Or search excessive iTunes crashes.
Right, that's what I'm doing. iTunes is crashing on my Macintosh. It looks like there's a bunch of people talking. Yeah, there's a bunch of people talking about it. It says iTunes crashes every time I open it. So this is the Apple website. And the person says, every time I open iTunes, it opens and after a few seconds it crashes. I install the latest version and still the same. Here's the crash report. This happens over and over. I fixed disk permissions, reinstalled iTunes, and still the same problem. I've even tried creating a new music library to no avail. Answer. After several days of trying all possible solutions, I just restarted OS X in a safe mode, restarted and held down the shift key, then started iTunes just fine. Then when I restarted again, everything was working as expected. I hope this helps. Another answer from an expert says, I would simply say that your library is corrupt for some reason. As your library is a virtual reference lookup to your actual music files, if it has a problem, then it's possible that it will either give you issues at the program startup or perhaps when you added something to your library, it will read the reference file and encounter issues. I first of all tried all the obvious disk utility repair, permissions, deleted and reloaded iTunes, blah, blah, blah. However, if all that still does not work and doesn't solve the issues, you need to, and then it goes on and on, tells me what to do about having a corrupt, blah, 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 blah. Something happened. There's something wrong.
Got a bad file in there somewhere.
It makes me so mad because
it's hard to find out which one. It's almost impossible to find out which one.
Well, there's no way to find out which one, but there's definitely something there that I've got. But procrastination, I think, really there's a lot that we could read about. And now somebody asked me something else the other day. Can you ever really catch up on your sleep?
I've heard no.
Really? I've heard yes. I have heard that sleep is like a bank account.
If you take naps, you can catch up on sleep. Like if you take a half-hour power nap, you can start to try and catch up on your sleep. Like if you're having trouble with sleeping at night, it says not to go on your computer late at night or your iPad or any devices because it'll keep you awake at night, which then ties with having trouble falling asleep and staying asleep.
Oh, I have no trouble falling asleep. You want to watch me fall asleep? I fell asleep last night. I fell asleep last night on Lester.
That sounds inappropriate.
Yeah, it does. Is that against the rules?
No. Listen to me. I was on a Skype call with Les, and we were listening to a piece of audio that was absolutely epic. Fell sound asleep. And he types in the chat room, well, since I hear you snoring, I'm gonna... I'm going to hang up. And I said,
legendary.
I don't snort. That was Victor, and actually he was behind me asleep, but I woke up and I went, I felt horrible. I went to sleep on Lester. I said, "Are you there?"
You know what?
What?
I got a confession.
What?
I had fallen asleep while all that audio was going on because I was doing everything I could to keep my eyes open. And, you know, that audio that we listened to was long.
Yes, it was.
Jesus Christ, it was long.
I didn't do it. You did it.
So I'd kind of nodded off.
Oh,
and then when I woke up, and then I heard somebody breathing, and then it was my opportunity to go, "You're snoring." I'll talk to you later.
How long was the audio? Like an hour?
Oh, yeah, it was like an hour long. It was crazy.
It was eternity. Mr. Midnight Movie, are you there, sweetheart? Did he go?
I'm here. I had myself on mute. I was just quiet.
Take a drink, everybody. Whatever's in front of you, take a drink. He said I had myself on mute. Go, take a drink.
Hey, Mr. Midnight Movie, I have a good idea for you to help with your procrastination. If you procrastinate, you put a quarter in a jar or money in a jar, and each time you procrastinate, that'll help force you not to put money in the jar if you stop your procrastination.
Let me ask you
Probably
something.
more like a dollar in the jar, and then
yes,
if I procrastinate long enough, like cleaning my room, I can hire a sexy cleaning lady to clean it.
Fly me out there, and I'm really good. I'll tell you something. Let me do this. What is one thing that you could do between now and, say, tomorrow afternoon that you have put off? Just one thing. You don't have to name it. Just know of. Don't be real particular.
Okay. I know. Yeah. Okay.
I want you to write that in a private Skype message to me. I will call you tomorrow afternoon between the hours of, say, 3 and 8 p.m. your time, and it better be done. And you're going to prove that it was done. All right?
And if not, you get a wow wow.
Okay. Who's listening to a Geico commercial right now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm over here with my television. Fuck me.
I love when he says that. He says, fuck.
He's so honest. I love him to death. Y'all aren't going to believe this. This is, you know how I've been telling y'all lately that there's something really odd and bizarre going on between me and, not between me and Lester, but it's
you
just.
fell asleep on him last night.
No. Listen to me. Something really odd about just coincidences. We found out tonight. Can I tell them, or should I tell them?
I don't know about that.
Never mind.
We're gonna have a love child. No. That was that.
Lester, do your Bible show on Sundays.
Oh yeah, you really want me doing that?
No, we named our dogs the same name. I'll put it that way. Can I just say that to cover up for what I was going to say?
Yeah.
Okay. You got to admit, though, Lester, that was pretty freaky.
It was totally freaky. It freaked me out.
I'm so glad I didn't say that. Think about how stupid that would have been for me to say. People that know that about me would be going, "Oh, really?" You know. Never mind. I shouldn't have said that. But
no, it's okay. We're fine. We're fine.
That is weird, though.
Oh, that was something really strange about that, and the odds of. And seeing everybody's going, what is all this cryptic stuff?
Well, I don't care. It's cryptic, and we have the right to stay cryptic, right?
But I'm just telling you, some similarities came up that was just undeniable, and it was just weird. That's all I. Yeah, it was just there was just something totally strange.
Unbelievable. I can't get over it, to tell you the truth. Do you see what I just did?
The world will never know.
I just sent you a message on Skype, and yeah.
Oh.
Do you see that?
I will.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
It's crazy.
You know, there's no subtle way to say that.
What the hell is it? Now, this is unfair because...
No, it's too bizarre to say. It's bizarre. That's just not normal.
Maybe it's not meant for everyone's ears.
Well, you know what? It just with all the stuff that goes on, you just never know.
Right? Yeah, it's a good point. You know,
better to be safe than sorry, I guess.
6 of one, half dozen of the other, Mr. Midnight.
Yeah.
Did you drop something in my Skype chat, Mr. Midnight Movie? Because I'm holding you to this. Just one thing.
I had to turn off my Skype. There were too many people. Yeah, I had to turn off. I turned it off. I turned it off just because.
That is.
I got to get a new computer.
I know, that weird. Okay, then send me a text message on my phone, dear, and tell me just one thing. Okay, let me give you an example.
I'll say clean up the shed at my where I work.
I better be able to see a picture of it, though.
Before and afters.
Like a webcam or a regular picture, like from your cell phone. Send it before.
Anyway, I need to be able to...
Do you realize...
No, it's crazy. Shut up. It's weird.
No, it's just insane. We're only talking about one...
I know.
Oh, my God.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, my God.
It's weird. I mean...
I know you guys are going, whoa. You know, maybe one of these days we will talk about this, but it was just... Have you ever just run into somebody and I'll give you a great example. Have you ever been... Somebody says, hey, today's my... And you don't even know this person, for example, and you say... You know, today's my birthday. And the other guy goes, so's mine.
Oh, don't hang up. Don't
Have you ever done that?
No. Yeah, and just like on I Love Lucy, when she was in Italy, they go, today she's my birthday too. Oh, never mind.
Are you guys related? Is that the big secret?
No. Yeah. I hope not. Hold on, let me look out there. Lester, let the dog in. Let the dog in. Last night I was cracking people. I was going, did your internet, my internet crashed. No, like www crashed.
It's funny as hell.
Go back in the house, Lester. Turn off the
light. I am. Thank you.
You left your light on.
I just flipped it off.
Oh, thank you. I saw that. Anyway, so no, Dalton is waiting for me on the Blog Talk Radio switchboard, and I never went over there.
You got to bring him in.
Dalton, where are you? You're not on the board.
Dalton.
You're not on the board, Dalton. Where'd you go? He needs to ask me something. Dalton, call back in, or let's just call him on the iPhone and get him on this phone, because he needs to. I wanted to talk to you, but I guess you don't want to talk to me. Oh, shut up, you whiny little bitch, man. Hold on. Let's call Dalton. Dalton, stop it, you weenie. Hold on.
Dalton.
Hold on. Well, I wanted to ask you something, but I guess just forget it. I'll just... Dalton knows I can kid around. See, if I can't kid around with you, then don't hang around with me, because...
That's right. Can't handle the kitchen, baby. Get out of the heat. Something
man,
like that.
You messed that up bad.
I know, I tried to
I think you did, man.
I did, intentionally.
What's the matter, Pumpkin?
I kind of did something that I'm regretting.
Uh-oh. Okay, we got to talk him down. Got to talk him off the ledge. What'd you do?
Are you okay, Dalton?
He can't hear you. Darling, he can't hear you. So, David, shut up. No, I'm joking.
Oh, all right. Fine. I'll go on mute.
I'm sorry, Dalton. They're all talking to you. Lester sends his love. What did you do?
I almost cheated on Emily.
Dalton!
Was he coughing up a hairball, or
I
what was
don't
that
know.
noise?
Anything about this on the air right now?
It's on the air. We're on the air.
Oh, so on this phone?
Uh-oh. Disregard that. This is not Dalton. This is my brother. David, you sound just like Dalton. Dalton, I'll call you back in a minute. He just said he cheated. I almost cheated on his girlfriend.
He said almost.
Almost.
That doesn't mean he did.
They're all talking to you. Say it again, everybody.
He said almost.
He caught himself.
Dalton, where did you call in on the switchboard on Blog Talk Radio, okay?
All right.
All right, goodbye. I'm hanging up on you. Almost only counts in hand grenades and horseshoes, boys, right?
Horseshoes and hand grenades, that's right.
That's right.
And
you know,
mother of all bombs. You can almost hit your target.
You know, and it's true. If you think about hand grenades and horseshoes, if you almost make horseshoes, you get a score. Now David's going to puff up and stay quiet. Well, then fine, stay quiet. I don't care. No, I'm joking.
David, come on back, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you really want me to talk? Okay.
I'll tell you who's being
practicing the
ignored
mute
right now is Mr. Midnight Movie.
Hey, Mr. M.
Cleaning his closet.
Yeah.
He's in bed. He stays in bed talking to us, and it's like he listens to our boy. I'm going to tell him a bedtime story. Okay, here's Dalton. Hold on. Hi, Dalton. What's going on, Pumpkin?
Anyway,
What do you mean almost? Do you want to talk about it? You got
remember, you are on the air.
You got some
are
great
on
guys.
the air, sir.
You got some great guys here to tell you a good. You know, they can give you some good advice.
I just almost fell for the wrong person. Let's put it that way.
Is she putting pressure on? Well, I mean,
Is she giving mixed signals? This person you almost, No.
Well, now, okay, hold on. Is it the other E? Is the other E word? Is it Erica? Should I have said that out loud?
Yeah.
Well, now, okay, let's talk about this for a second. Hold on. You don't get to see Emily Emily's not listening. You know she's asleep. What's going on? Talk to us. I'm going to shut up while you talk to us.
I kind of was a little too close to her, let's put it that way, not like touching or anything, but I just...
Do you see her? Do you see her every day when you go into the thingy?
Erica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll see Emily.
Okay, guys, y'all are going to have to take over. Reuter's trying to call in, but I can't seem to answer his call for some reason. Y'all talk to him.
Dalton?
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Hey, Dalton, yes, there's going to be other girls that are going to be tempting, but you are stronger than that, because how long have you been out with your girlfriend right now currently? How long have you
But
dated?
he never gets to see her, and he's young. I say, I disagree. I mean, you know, I don't know.
I'll be back shortly, Debbie. I got to take this call.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
What is your situation with Emily now? What is the rules that you have, sweetheart? You're not going to see anybody else, or what?
I should be more closer to her and talking to her more, but she does the thing during the morning, and the other day, I think I told you about this when I snapped at my brother.
Right. Because you never get to see her, right?
Mm-hmm. And then he comes over and brings his girlfriend all the time.
Would you get to see Erica more?
Is Erica closer to
Yeah.
you?
Erica's one of my best friends.
I mean, does she live closer
One
to
of
you?
my
No,
friends.
she sees him every day when he goes into the
To the move?
to the to the Exceptional Foundation. Did she go there, darling? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's do this. Why don't we not make any rash decisions, but let's think about it. If we still feel the same in a couple of days, like on Friday, we'll talk to Emily, meaning you will talk to Emily about going on just a temporary break. Dalton, you've been going with her since
I can't do that. I already gave her a promise ring. I can't do that.
Well, you never see her. That's the only reason that this is happening, is you never see Emily. You see Erica every day, and Erica's pretty.
How long have you known Erica?
Years.
Years? Oh, all right. And how long have you known Emily for?
Years.
Oh, okay.
I've known Emily more than I've known
Right.
Erica.
He started dating Emily in 09, or was it 09 or 08?
It was
Let me ask you this. Stop. How old was Emily when you started dating? No. Don't answer that. How old is Emily now?
She's 20.
Okay, you started dating Emily when she was 15. That's a fact. You've been dating her for 5 years. So there you go. Because when he called in, he was wondering if it was weird that she was 15 and he was 18, right, baby? How old are you now?
I'm 23 now.
That's right. Listen to me. I remembered exactly. Yeah, you were 3 years old. Yeah, you were 18 and she was 15. And I remember I was saying as long as the mom and dad are involved and they know what's going on. So, yeah, that's right. You've been dating her 5 years. Emily walked into the picture about 3 years ago. I think she was like in 2011.
Well, Dalton, I give you a lot of credit for being a good guy about it and not cheating on her. I mean, I give you credit for that. I
me
really
too.
do.
That takes a lot of restraint.
Yeah, I agree.
So you're a good guy.
Yeah,
it shows that you're a good person.
You're a class act.
I showed one of my best friends who is actually...
Okay, well, listen, hold on. I have a whole new thing to say, Dalton. What's wrong with Dalton? Dalton may be talking with Erica and laughing with Erica as I'm flirting with Erica. What's wrong with having a good friend, right? What's wrong with having a good friend in her and not being in a weird lovey-dovey way?
Yeah, Debbie.
What?
Finish what I was trying to say, please. I showed her mom, kind of stupidly, a picture of the ring I gave Emily. And then she just went off. And then I was in one room and her mom was in another. And they talked to both of us separately. And then I felt like crap because of how I almost fell for the wrong person. And I still feel like crap.
You didn't do anything.
Right.
Do you feel bad about how you treated Erica or Emily? Erica, right? Because she was crying and upset?
A little bit of both because of Erica being crying and upset, but then what if Emily found out is what the problem is.
Well, because it's what Erica... See, I know the history right here, guys. I know a little bit more about what we're talking about. Erica can go and tell Emily stuff just to try to break them up a little bit.
Oh, so she wants to... She puts fuel on the fire, per se.
Well, she's not evil. She's a sweetheart, but
right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's done that before, so... And Erica's...
But she's...
Go ahead.
She's jealous because her mom is in love with another guy, and she can't really date or anything.
Why? Why can't she date?
I don't know. I just know she can't date.
Well, she doesn't have to worry about you. You don't have a car. Ha ha ha. No. Well, these things have a way of working themselves out. Don't worry about it. You didn't do anything wrong. Don't feel bad about it. Right, guys? Help me out here.
Right, it's just like a bad dream.
Okay, but did he do anything wrong, Steve?
You did nothing wrong. Dude, you did nothing wrong. That's why I said I think you're a good guy. You're saying what you say. That's cool. But, I mean, if it didn't go anywhere or do anything, I'm allowed to have female friends even though I have a girlfriend. I'm allowed to go see them. I'm allowed to go to a movie with them. I'm not allowed to kiss them. Not allowed to touch their body. Not allowed to do any of that stuff. That's crossing the line, okay? That's when I've disrespected my girlfriend. But I could have female friends, and so could you.
I have female friends, and I have a girlfriend. I talk to old high school female friends I've had from high school. Even one of my ex-girlfriends from high school I talk to. And my girlfriend knows that nothing will come of it, so she'll have nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Is she very insecure? Is your girlfriend very insecure?
Well, she knows I have a lot of friends that are girls, but at the same time, I mean, like, if a rumor spread, then I'll be in trouble.
Oh, you know?
Because Emily loves me, but at the same time, if something comes to her, she'll come up and either ask me if it's true or just make me feel bad until I tell her the truth.
All right, Dalton, here it is. Here it is, man to man. Okay, I'm going to tell you this because you're 23 years old. You're not 13. Okay? You have to remember that if you care about this girl that you're talking about, the one that you gave the promise ring to, you know the things you can and cannot do with another girl. Okay? You know that. You control that. All right? Don't break that. If not for her, for you. Don't hurt yourself in this. Respect that girl that you gave a promise ring to, or take the promise ring back if you have feelings for somebody else. It's just that simple. Because right now you're just getting yourself all upset and worked up for something that you're right in the middle of. And you are allowed to have friends, period. As long as you're friends. If you've gone beyond that border, well, then that's a problem. That's an issue for you.
Yeah, it isn't like you guys were kissing or anything, you know.
Well, we don't know. We don't know anything.
Well, yeah,
That's
true.
what I'm saying. It's
true. Yeah, good point,
he,
Steve.
Only he knows.
Yeah,
so
good
you,
point.
Dalton, you know, take care of it, okay, bud?
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it's no big deal. You're a guy. You're allowed to have friends, period. But you're not allowed to cross that line because then you've disrespected somebody you told that you wouldn't.
I understand.
Okay, buddy?
Okay, thank you.
It's good to be honest, man. It's good to
Who
be honest.
loves you? Who loves you? Me or Vince in the Bay? Me or Vince? Me, right? It's a joke. Laugh, Dalton!
Yeah, put a smile on your face.
I didn't really.
Just for that, we're going to have to listen to the Mr. Midnight Movie intro. I'm going to put everybody on hold. Stop.
Oh, God.
No, yes, we are. The Mr. Midnight Movie intro. Take it away, Mr. Midnight Movie intro.
Things I believe is that the civil rights movement has been basically perverted. Do you have any response to that?
I agree. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, this is inflammatory talk.
90 seconds.
Inflammatory but diplomatic. Mr. Midnight Movie, a.k.a. the Truth Clown, Truth Santa, whatever the fuck you want to name. We're all about free speech, freedom of expression. I am the host, the inflammatory but diplomatic Mr. Midnight Movie.
60 seconds.
I will take over, and I will do good by you.
Or what is it? What did we name the show today, Jewish producer?
Inflammatory talk.
AKA the Truth Clown.
Which one of you is not muted on the call?
Could it be Lester or Mr. Midnight?
If it's Lester, it's fine. If it's Mr. Midnight Movie, it's even better. Was it Lester?
Well, I think it might have been me.
That's okay.
Because I had to leave the call a minute ago to answer my phone, and then when I came back in, I didn't know you guys were already doing something. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Let me mute myself.
Oh, blow me. You would think you're some sort of a professional or something.
I will now mute myself.
You were my idol till just now, Teddy Bear.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mama, take me.
You do that very well, Steve.
Yeah, I was going to... Horny the Clown was over here a minute ago. Where did he go? Who got horny? Who got horny? That sounds funny. Who got horny?
I raised my hand. I don't know if you saw.
Where did you go, horny?
Which hand did you raise?
That's not Horny the Clown. That's Squeaky the Clown. Don't y'all remember my Horny the Clown? I went to the toy store and I looked for one of these horns. It's got like this that goes on a bicycle. This is not a classic bicycle honking noise.
I had a question for Lester because I recently looked up Joe Pine and I asked a few people who remember Joe Pine, and there was a black gentleman who also had kind of a Joe Pine show, and I thought his name was Joe Lomax or something like that. Do you remember a black gentleman that had kind of a Joe Pine kind of show?
Yeah. You know, hang on a minute. My throat is just cratered. Sorry about that. I do remember, and I'm trying to remember what the guy's name was. What I've done is I've gone back because I love radio. I love everything about radio, and I've gone back and listened to all of what I consider the greats in radio, and you know that everything that's going on in radio now is like nothing new. It just, you know, these guys. You're right though. That I do remember the black guy, and then there was I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He was called Petey Green.
Mm-hmm.
Petey Green was just, oh my God, he was a convict that just got out of prison, and he went to work for a radio station in Washington D.C. right in the middle of all the, you know, the big racial everything that was going on, and Petey Green was just, I mean, he finally moved on to television and did all, but this guy was, oh man, he was
I remember the movie. Yeah, I remember the movie about him.
What was the name of that movie? I was trying to think of that the other day.
I don't remember the movie. I know it was with Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle played Petey Green.
Yes, he did, and that was it had Martin Sheen in that movie. Martin Sheen was like the program director or the general manager of the radio station because it was just insane. And if you guys get a chance,
was it How to Eat a Watermelon?
Do what?
Was it How to Eat a Watermelon?
Well, that was one of the deals that he did, he was trying to throw a lot of things back in the face of a lot of people that were being racially prejudiced and everything, and he did a whole episode on how to eat a watermelon, and he did that on television.
Was it Talk to Me?
Talk to Me, I think that
Don
was it.
Cheadle plays Talk to Me, directed. It says Don Cheadle, the director. Don Cheadle, director of Talk to Me. Yeah.
He was also the star.
Yeah, exactly. So why do you bring him up? What?
Because go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, he was one of the people who was, one of the founding fathers of shock jock radio.
You bet.
I could be wrong on him. Yeah.
No, you're right. And you know, Joe Pine was he was like late night talk radio, and he would just be so confrontational with people. And it's just, I don't think the people today could handle these guys, because today everybody gets so upset if somebody just says, and they try to pick and they try to parse words with people, and they pick a little bitty piece of something somebody says and try to throw that back at the person that said it. But back in those days, man, they had some great arguments and debates on radio, and it would get almost mean-spirited, but once that debate was over, those people were they didn't hold a lot of big grudges and stuff. It was great.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the older TV shows and some of the older radio on YouTube, and the stuff they had there, I mean, was more intellectual and more brutally honest.
Yes, yes.
Kind of talk that you don't have today. I mean, and you don't have on, I guess so many people might sue or might be offended, but you had, people from the Ku Klux Klan to the Black Panthers, and they would just basically have a form of verbal warfare. But
they
there was
you're
really
exactly right. And it was interesting. You didn't even have to have a racial point of view to just watch all of this unfold, because it would be so dramatic. And it was just amazing to me how these people, all of these people on either side of any argument were so well versed, so many of them. And it was just crazy, just the stuff that took place. Even a guy that was as crazy as Morton Downey Jr. My God, yeah. Morton Downey Jr. was just insane.
Now, did you ever meet Morton Downey?
No, I never did. I never did. I wished I had, because that guy was a pioneer of his own, man. I mean, that guy started on radio, and then he went to that TV show that was I guess if you're going to be like Jerry Springer, Morton Downey would have been the prerequisite, because Morton Downey really, man, I'm telling you, that guy was insane. He was so popular that Saturday Night Live did lots of skits about Morton Downey Jr.
Yeah, but then he imploded by telling that lie about the skinheads. But
yes.
It was really, I mean, you really had combat politics, and
yes.
You had even William F. Buckley had kind of in your face kind of people on there. It was really interesting that you just don't have today.
Oh, no doubt, and I can't think of his name. The guy that took on Nixon, and actually got Nixon to apologize to the American public.
Are you talking about Frost?
David Frost, that was it. Man, that guy was... Did you ever see that movie, Nixon?
Frost, Nixon? No, I didn't, but I heard about... Yeah.
Oh, my God, what a riveting movie that was. And all the posturing that took place, and David Frost won. I mean, he got Nixon to look right into the camera and apologize to the American people.
Yeah, and if you ever look at the original itself,
yes,
it's a great piece of journalistic interviewing. And,
oh my God! When he told Nixon, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you go ahead. No,
when he told Nixon, and if you can see the real tapes of that on YouTube, when he told Nixon something, I'm paraphrasing, I would think that you would want to get on here and use this, or take this opportunity to apologize to the American people. You got to remember, Nixon was a proud, paranoid man, and he trusted nobody, and he was really an angry person. And for David Frost to put him on the spot like that, because he didn't cut him any slack, and man, then they zoomed that camera in on Nixon, and he apologized. He, in today's words, he owned Richard Nixon.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know if you guys have. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was just kind of paraphrasing, and I was recently. I was kind of Also, I was watching a Merv Griffin, and he had Robert Kennedy on there, and that was, just another, and
yeah. Merv Griffin was probably at one time, regardless of his, I'm not even going to say that. Merv Griffin was, yes, that's what I was going to say. But Merv Griffin at one time was probably the most powerful man at one time in television. He swung a big stick.
The guy that, sorry for cutting in.
That's
the
okay.
guy that y'all were talking about, Frost.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have seen 24, but he almost sounds like Jack Bauer.
You know what? In the world of reporting and interviewing, I would say he would have been the Jack Bauer of interviewers. He was the guy that was going to get the job done. Yeah, I think that's a good description.
Have you seen the show?
I have seen. I saw. I think one full season of it. I didn't get a chance. I was so busy all the time. I didn't get a chance to really see a lot of television when that was on. Is that still on? No, it's not still on, right?
Not any. Well, they're coming out with, I think, a 2-episode thing in May, but all the others aren't. I have the entire series though on DVD.
Oh wow! I only saw like
the whole
first
box set.
Yeah, I only saw probably the first season, and I probably only saw half of that. But I thought it was a good show. That's for sure.
I'm a 24 super fan, I guess you could say.
Oh, well, there you go. I think Kiefer Sutherland is a really good actor.
Yeah.
I met him in person one time, just as he was walking. I don't know. I think it was either Beverly Hills or Westwood Boulevard, but I just saw him running down, and
wow.
It's not to say much of anything else, but he's grown on me. I didn't like him when I first. The first time I saw Kiefer Sutherland was in the movie Lost Boys.
Lost Boys with Corey, wasn't it? It wasn't with
Corey Haim and the Corey the Corey kids, and then also I forget the lead. Who was the lead actor? My brother actually went to school with him in high school, and God, I can't. I think it's Jason Patrick was the lead in that, and and then Kiefer Sutherland was one of the leads. He played the main villain, and
right.
He's grown on me over time. I didn't like him at first, but then over time he's kind of grown on me. I think his father is a better actor than he is. I'm a bigger fan of Donald Sutherland.
Yes.
Than I am of Kiefer Sutherland.
Right, I agree. I think Donald Sutherland was a really good actor, and he is.
It still is. Yeah, he's still alive. And,
yeah.
Yes.
Where did Debbie go?
I'm right here.
Right.
Look, I got a call from Skype. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Debbie?
Yes.
Oh. I'm afraid to talk like more because I'm afraid you'll hang up on me.
I'm not going to hang up on you. It's just that I've got a packed panel tonight, and you tend to talk about yucky sex. I love you, though.
If you want me to, Debbie, I can get off, so then Reuter can come on.
Hold on. Okay, Reuter's on the iPhone. Okay, I'll let you on the call. Call back on Skype.
I promise I'm not going to, I want something like
totally understand you, Angel. So I'm going to go back to the call. I went back. Okay. We need to get some new rules here or something. We got so many people that are just inundating me with coming on the show, and I can't really do that, guy. I mean,
yeah, that's something we're going to have to address.
We're going to have to. There's too many people. Hold on, David. There's too many people that are just calling in and just sitting on the panel, and I mean, you could be, if you want to listen, you could listen in the chat room, so to speak. I mean, I love you all, and see, this is where I have to play bad guy. I can't do this.
It's kind of a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. I was trying to tie out the fire.
David, we're not talking to you. We're talking to me. I mean, Reuter's blowing up my phone. He's blowing up my Skype. Okay, here you, Reuter, you're on the call. There. Okay.
Hey, Reuter, how are you?
Oh my God, is that Steve?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
If you want Steve's phone number, would you get it from Steve and don't ask me for it? Because
he won't tell me, ma'am. I'm trying to get it from you.
I made a promise that I wouldn't give it out to anybody. So he's right there, Steve. He wants your phone number.
I'll put it in the Skype message when I send it to you, brother.
Okay, don't. Yeah, you just told me you didn't have my Skype, so.
But guys, my show that I do is not for everybody to, hey, buddy, how are you? How have you been? It's really, I'm trying to do, this is for other people, not just for us. There's a lot of people out there listening. I mean, is what I'm saying.
This.
I'm old school, Debbie. You can't talk like a bunch of million people that are listening to your fabulous show. But I'm old school. I'm lucky if I get 2 people listening.
And there's something happened to his audio. It's like echoing, and I can't understand you or something. Did you change something on your audio or something?
No, I've done nothing.
Okay, but it's just that. I mean, I'm going to try to get this thing to a different level here, and I just don't want it to be just a bunch of goofy heads acting silly anymore. I really, because
I wouldn't do that to you. Honest to God.
And
I wouldn't do goofy stuff to you.
Okay, there you go. You already said the word. Guys,
no.
Somebody help me.
That's wrong. You said it first.
I said no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
All right. Anyway,
passive aggressive.
I wanted to hear what Lester and
it was so interesting what they were
about.
talking about. I thought it was. I was on mute listening to it.
I know, me too.
And I was getting inundated with calls. So go ahead. Y'all were talking about where were y'all at in your conversation? I was listening to y'all.
Well, we were talking about. Somebody had brought up the deal about 24, and I'm not that knowledgeable about that, so I wouldn't really have anything that to other than the fact that I think Kiefer Sutherland's a good actor.
Well, yeah, and I think the main thing that we were talking about was shock jock radios.
Oh, that's right.
Now I was doing
some of them came on to television as well.
Right.
So the radio host who later on ventured into the area of I guess I don't know if you call it shock jock TV or shock TV.
Well, I think it was. Like I said, Joe Pine, which none of these youngsters will know who Joe Pine is, and they won't care because it's not going to be interesting enough to them. But a lot of the guys that really learned how to be shock jocks or the in-your-face kind of guys, they learned their craft and their trade from people like him.
Mm-hmm. You're calling him Joe Pine because I'm sitting here looking at P.D. Green, and he had something called "Don't Adjust Your Color" or "Adjust Your Color." Was obviously his show that he did. And what is the big deal about a shock jock? Is it just somebody that'll cuss and talk about sex and nobody else will, or what?
Pretty much. I mean,
kind of like Howard Stern.
Hold on, I wanted Lester. Oh, there you are.
To talk about how small his penis is on the air.
One Angry Jew, we love you, but I wanted to add, Lester, define shock jock.
Well, I think that when they came up with that term, it kind of came up with like the Howard Stern type of stuff, where he was just talking about everything that was taboo. Although there were people that were way more shocking for their time than Howard ever thought of being. You know, but that's all.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Pine, and I think, Joe Pine was, I think, one of the first to have, like, neo-Nazis on it. I mean, Nazis on his show. I mean, I was listening to an interview with him and George Lincoln Rockwell, the former head of the American Nazi Party, and it was really interesting, and it was, there was no give and take because Joe Pine was, even though he was conservative, was a strong supporter of civil rights, and he was like telling him, didn't your father disown you? This is George Lincoln Rockwell this, and it was something.
Okay, let me ask you something. Would you consider Alex Jones a shock jock?
I considered Alex Jones theater.
Okay. Would you consider Opie and Anthony a shock jock?
Oh, I think they are the epitome of what a shock jock is right now.
Okay.
They were really small potatoes at one time, and they got banned out of radio. How did they come back? I mean,
love them.
Well, they were, Opie and Anthony were just like, they were like, in my opinion, they were these gods in radio. And you're right, they were small times. Opie was a rock and roll DJ. Anthony was this guy that's working in construction that used to go hang out with him. And then they realized that Anthony had a great voice and he could do great imitations, and he was quick. And so then he got on with them and gave up the other deal, and then they just went crazy. And I think I'm trying to remember the town that they announced that the mayor had died, and everybody. Was it Detroit? I don't remember. They had announced that the mayor had died, and all these people that were listening to this Drive to Work show believed it. So they got fired there. And of course, that just made them worth more because they got national attention. And then while they were, I don't remember where they were at that time. Then they had a couple call on the radio and had they had sex in a Catholic church, and they played it on the radio.
Yeah, they did something crazy. Yeah.
And of course the Catholics went nuts, and they basically got banished from radio, but they were still under contract drawing their money. And then when that was up, they were such hot property at that time. They got picked up and got paid some really good money when they went to Sirius. And that was when Sirius Radio, Sirius XM, when XM, that's when they still had money.
Yeah.
So,
they were
Steve,
in
would you
Chicago,
talk
and
to
they took the
Rooter,
#1
please?
spot.
He's trying to talk to you right now. Would you talk to Rooter, please, in the chat room on Skype?
Okay. Sure.
I don't know what
I'll
else.
mute myself. Go ahead.
He's talking to you in the chat. I mean, I'm sorry. Now,
But
when
I'm
they
on the call, let me
got
ask
when they got kicked off, I remember that, and I remember thinking, "Wow!" And I thought they were gone. What happened exactly when they got kicked off? Did you just answer that? Because I was dealing with somebody else.
yes, there was a couple that called in. I think it was on their show, Whip 'Em Out Wednesdays.
Right. I was listening to him.
Yeah.
I think. Go ahead, remind me what happened.
Well, what happened was a couple called in, and they decided to put the couple on the air because the couple was actually going to have sex in a Catholic church.
I remember. It was a
That's
bit.
right.
It was a bit they were doing, and they got busted for it. Why did they get in so much trouble for that?
Well, because whoever's in charge of all the Catholics and all that sort of stuff, they from a management, however that works in the Catholic, they pitched a fit to the point that were they on NBC? I don't remember who they were on, but I'm telling you, they put enough pressure on them, and of course there was a lot of do-gooders that wrote in, and they did what terrestrial radio companies do. They bent to the public, and they basically took them off the radio and kept them under contract.
Let me just tell you this right here. If you think that a network is tough to work for because you're scared of getting quote-unquote 404'd, you ought to try terrestrial radio, people.
Yeah,
I'm serious. I mean, hold on, I'm ending the Blog Talk feed. The Blog Talk feed is now going off. I've got to stop and keep what
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
Okay, is everybody here with me? Who's still?
Yeah.
I'm trying to clear.
Did I say it too loud?
You overmodulated there, Rooter, just a little bit.
He's gone.
Well,
he's gone. Sorry, can't do it. Love him, but I can't. I mean, guys, here's what I can do. I can either
what did he do?
I can either sacrifice the quality of my show or let somebody come on and just destroy it. Y'all tell me what to do.
Well, I kind of like old Rooter, but
I'm not saying I don't.
Your show.
I'm not saying I don't like old Rooter.
No. I'm not saying that. I was just making an observation.
No, I know. And there's no way for me. There's no way for me to win. I can't win if I let him on.
I get that.
He just screamed out obscenities, and Steve.
Yeah, I was trying to talk to him. Told him I just want to do the show right now. I'll give my number in private. I don't know what else I could do.
Well, you know, Debbie, really and truly, people who are your friends should always respect you. If they don't respect you, you're trying to do something, and they're preventing you from doing that, then they're not your friend. I mean, if I was too much on the call and this and that, and it wasn't the show wasn't quality, I would hang up, and then because I'm your friend. Because I want you to have a quality show.
You're exactly right.
And this is, it's nothing personal. If it's not working, then the other person should hang up.
You're absolutely right. I mean, there comes a point in time when you're trying to run the show and you can't run the show because somebody's under the influence and they're screaming and you can't do the show.
He called 22 times on Skype. He called the iPhone 17 times. He's calling again right now.
Yeah, that's not a friend.
That is obsessive. I mean, that is ridiculous. I mean, that's nuisance. He's driving me crazy.
That's not acting as a friend. When somebody's acting in that manner, they're not acting.
Well,
as
then
a
I
friend.
think we should tell him that. Right?
Well,
yeah. I mean, absolutely.
Okay. Rooter.
Yes, ma'am.
They say that you're not acting as my friend, and I agree.
Yeah. You act like I'm not your friend. Rooter, not your friend, Debbie Daly. I'm not Debbie Daly's friend.
Rooter, this is Steve.
I know Steve.
Okay, brother, listen to me. We're buds, right?
Oh, don't trip me out like that. I love Debbie Daly.
I know you do, but you have to understand something. When you come out here and you're completely drunk, and you know you are.
Oh, no way.
It destroys the show. It's hard for people to talk. Then you start screaming.
Because we're not drunk.
And it doesn't work.
We're not drunk, and we're talking about good subjects that I'm enjoying listening to. I truly am. And so
okay. Then hang up on me. I just want to like I know Debbie Daly has good shows, and I just want to talk to Steve.
Well, darling, you'll have to call Steve off the air or something. I'm getting an echo.
I can't. You guys dissed me, and I.
No, not you guys. No. You've got my number, Steve. This is an issue between you and Rooter, please.
It is not an issue with me.
Yes, it is an issue with me and you, Steve.
This is an issue.
Debbie's hooked me up, and you haven't.
As soon as
Wait, stop. Debbie took you off, and no, you got it backwards. You're on my cell phone right now.
That's what I'm telling Steve.
Well, you said it backwards.
Rooter.
Well, I'm saying it forwards now.
Steve, handle this, please.
I'm getting mad right now. I'm getting pissed off.
Steve.
Rooter, when I get off this show, I will call you. Until then, please just discard the call.
No, okay, hold on a second. You didn't even name that number, dude.
I'm gonna Skype you.
Really? You gonna do that for me?
Yes.
It'll only take 3 minutes.
You guys, come on. I'm.
Come on, you country ass motherfucker! You done cut all my bullshit shut the frick up and roll Steve Hook up here, will you? All right, give me that. Give me that. Let Steve Hook up without your country ass shit going on. All right, Steve.
Jesus Christ.
I ejected him from the group.
Okay.
I mean, it's just becoming more and more, what I put in the chat room, you know what I mean, what I said earlier.
Yeah.
On Skype. But, I mean, tell me what to do. Thank you, Josh.
That cannot be part of any normal show. It just can't. The end result is going to be a problem.
At this point, I don't want to make any. I don't want to make any wrong moves at this point with my.
Exactly.
So was that a wrong move, or?
Of course, it was not.
Okay.
I'm the one that he wants to talk to. We'll talk after the show, like I said.
Why is that so important, Steve?
Why is it so important that he talks to me?
Yes.
I have no idea.
He's using it as an excuse. It's not. To be honest with you.
Lester, I don't know. Is he a friend of mine? He's a friend of mine.
He used to be a part. You met him through me. He used to be a part of my show for years, and he was a fun part of my show. But now he just gets so drunk that I can't have drunk people on my show. It just doesn't work.
It doesn't.
What do you think about that, or anybody about drunk people on the show?
Well, I just
you want me to go get drunk and see how y'all like me drunk on the show, maybe, or no?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. And Lester, I'm sorry that he attacked you like that.
I don't care. I just consider the source on that, and I don't even worry about it.
Okay, I know. I'm just saying because you're a great guy, and I don't want you.
Well, no, I honestly do not care. I don't care. I knew, he's all agitated that you won't give him his number. This just sounds weird to me.
Well, see, I like to sleep at night. You know what I mean? And I need my phone on for business.
You never know when that important photo shoot's going to call at 3:30 in the morning. I'm sorry.
It really happens, Deb.
I know. I take that back. I'm being silly.
Yeah, I mean, I get those calls where I have to be out in 2 hours on a plane.
He's going, I can't have... He's blowing up my iPhone, and he's wanting your number. I think he's trolling me. I mean, it feels like it. I'm turning the iPhone off.
There you go.
I hope my daughter doesn't need me or anything. Well, no, she's here.
I love you, Rooter. We'll talk some other time. I will. I swear to God, after this, I will Skype you. I promise you after the show, but I'm going to respect Debbie, and I'm going to be on her show.
Well, you don't have to be on here right now. You can go talk to Rooter.
Why are you putting this on me? What did I do?
What?
I don't... Why would...
Why am I putting what on you? Stop. Hold on. We've got too many little emotions going on here. I didn't put any... I just said if you want... Go talk to Rooter if you want to.
I said I don't want to.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
No, I said after the show, I want to do the show with Debbie, and then I'll talk to him.
Hold on.
I am absolutely, totally, 100% confused.
I am too. I've got to admit, but hold on.
So am I.
Lester, what are you doing outside? How are you on Skype and outside?
I don't know. I'm just confused as to what I have said here and listen. I'm just trying to figure out what this was all about. You call into a radio show to get a phone number. Not you. I'm just trying to figure out how this works.
This is my life. This is what... There he is again, calling in again on Skype. I mean, this is what I deal with. This is me. This is it. This is it happening live right now. I'm not telling you about this. This is actually happening right now.
I think it's funny.
And I don't know.
It's funny.
I don't know what to do. And the Jew hung up because he felt like there was no room for him on the board. I mean, I can call him back, but we should make this rule that don't call unless we say, "Hey, call in." Or something. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we're going to have to sit down and talk about the rule set and the things that we want for the show. Just like I did with the little 5-thing deal. Because it made sense and it worked. And this has to work. And it can't work with that going on. It makes us sound very unprofessional.
Well, and I'm not unprofessional. I mean, I like to present a decent product or something. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I know that. I mean, I apologize for whatever I did in this, but I just... want to say that I will talk to him afterward, and hopefully he'll be calmed down because
Okay.
he needs to stop drinking. Period.
All right.
Otherwise, I'm gonna disassociate with him. Period. I can't do this.
Yeah. All right.
Alcohol isn't healthy for anybody.
Okay. We understand. Don't drink. Just say no.
Well, it's
Right?
a little fun, but don't
I
destroy
was
other people's
just
good times.
Joking, of course. But anyway, all right. So let's. I'll tell you what we're going to do. For 1 minute and 46 seconds, we're going to take a quick break and come back and be all better.
Good for you.
There you go. Stand by, everybody. Stand by.
If I ever leave this world alive, well, thank you for the things you did in my life. If I ever leave this world alive, I'll come back down and sit beside your feet tonight. Wherever I am, you'll always be more than just a memory. If I ever leave this world alive, if I ever leave this world alive, I'll take on all the sadness that I left behind. If I ever leave this world alive, the madness that you feel will soon subside. So in a word, don't shed a tear. I'll be here when it all gets weird. If I ever leave this world alive. I'm okay. I'm alright. Though you have gone from my life, you said that it would. Now everything should be alright. She says, I'm okay. I'm alright. Though you have gone from my life, you said that it would. Now everything should be alright. Yeah, it should be alright.
All right, we're back, and I think we're all good now. Lester came over and borrowed my credit card. What are you going to do with my credit card? No, I'm joking.
Well, I'm not liking this sandwich I'm eating. I thought I'd go and...
Did you get that at Deb's kitchen?
Is that what you gave my dog? Don't eat that, Gunner. Get that away from him. Steven, get that away from Gunner.
It's your lunch meat, Deb.
You are supposed to say, what did Debbie cook for dinner tonight?
What did you cook for dinner?
I cooked
I'm learning from the legend.
Yeah, there you go.
chicken and rice.
Spreaker guy.
Pollo y rosos. No, it's just so easy. I'm not going to give out one. I'll put that on my recipe show. How about that?
Yeah,
there you go.
I had a question for Lester. Lester, when you started in radio, who was the person that you looked up to who was the symbol of like excellence that said you wanted to have like a show that it was as quality as his?
I did
say Moses.
When I started in radio, I was in college and I had no experience in radio. And I just looked at, because back in those days, we actually had radio stations that had individual owners, and they weren't part of a major corporation. So the guy I looked up to was the guy that wrote my check. I mean, literally, there was some old guy that was there, and you know how egos get in the way, and I was just some kid and trying to figure my way through things, and you know, people get jealous of things. I guess this jealousy thing just has carried on all these years. You know, I don't know, but
hasn't gone away. Huh?
So you never had anyone that said that made you want to be a DJ?
No, just a paycheck and the need to survive through college.
Hey, Lester, JD's in the chat room. He always signs JD after he types something. Goes, what's going on, everybody? /JD.
Well, see, we do that because we log into, we have the same account. Because
this hack,
most of these
JD, there's a hack on my show named Lester, and he's eating on air.
I know.
Yeah, he does it every night.
Everybody eat on air. I'm going to go get something to eat.
But you know what?
What?
Unlike all these other motherfuckers that have, remember somebody got on and said something about how shallow internet friendships and stuff were, and how, how shallow. That may be true for some people, but do you know that JD and I have been doing radio together for 7 years?
I totally disagreed with that mullet. That was that guy named Brown Beasley. He goes, after we went, wow. Most internet friendships are, what was the word he used?
They don't last.
But I'm not talking about just an internet. I'm just talking about how people can get along. They don't need to backstab each other. They don't need to try to figure out what the other one's up to. We have our individual lives, and then we do what we do together, and I just don't get it. I don't understand. These are children out here today. All these. Go ahead.
I've noticed that internet friendships can be really good or really bad. Because really good because you don't know each other that well. You don't get to be around each other that much where you build up contempt. But in some ways, it can be worse because they're not around that. They're not meeting you face to face where you can do something to them. so they can do stuff that's really foul and say things that they wouldn't say to your face.
So they're being fake?
Yeah, but you don't have to be that way. I mean, JD and I I think have a solid, good, working relationship, and we're friends, and we've always been friends. And if I've got something that's bugging me, I can talk to this guy about it. If he's got something that's bugging him, I can. And if we've got something that's bugging each other about each other, we can talk about it. These fucking people today, they don't have they're done with you at the first hint of any type of a disagreement.
Yeah. Exactly.
These are some shallow piece of shit son of a bitches.
Well, they don't have anything else. It isn't true. Like you said, it's not a true friendship.
No, there's something about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, friendship is based on mutual respect.
And trust.
And trust.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a successful friendship on the air and a successful friendship off the air? Nothing. They should be exactly the same.
Absolutely. I agree with you on that.
Well, it's just trust, and it's not running around trying to figure out what you can do to this other person. And wow, is he getting over? Doing that, getting over. I just don't even get that. They're always trying. These people are weak. And they go, well, we're not weak. We can do this, and we can say this, and we can blame this person. That's all they do is blame people for their own fucking failures.
Got it.
And if that means, sorry, my throat is really bad tonight. And if that means throwing everybody under the bus, that's fine. You don't get enough numbers, then the other person's stacking their numbers. Yet you don't have content, you run the same fucking show every day. It's always this, and this in this order, and it's the same subject matter. I mean, what? That's talent. I just don't get that. But what they'll do is then when things go bad, they decide to blame somebody that they hosted with for 3 years.
Yeah.
And maybe didn't respond to their advances. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get all that stuff. But I know that in my situation...
Somebody in the chat room saying Lester is wrong again. It's that Boomshine guy. No, he's not.
Let him, whatever he wants to say, tell me how I'm wrong. I mean, I see. I don't look at the chat, so I don't know.
I don't know. He said over again tells us again, Lester. I don't know. He comes to the show nightly, usually. He's usually here at night, and he's been critiquing it quite a bit lately, but I don't do what y'all...
You talking about this Boomshine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who that is, but I don't... What is it? Pump my numbers? What? I mean...
you know what I'm saying. Look, you're only going to... I wouldn't even worry about that. I would not worry about what anybody said about anything if I was you.
I'm not worried. I don't think. Am I worried?
And if I'm wrong about these internet relationships, of course you don't need to because you don't have a point. But and I just all I'm saying is I don't understand how people have such weak relationships.
Well, I think what's going on here is that if they see somebody for whatever reason gaining in popularity, okay, maybe it's something I'm doing. Maybe it's something I'm doing. I've been having some really good shows, just good content, even if it's just me and Steve. We laugh. It's fun. We don't. It's not repetitive. We do stupid stuff. We talk like grandmas, and we just really. I think it's funny. Even when I listen to the playback, I think it's funny and interesting. And then everybody that is not, they're just so jealous. I hate to say that word, but they're just like so childishly jealous, like, well, I mean, and then I don't feel that way. If somebody's taking off, I'd be going, wow, look how great her show is doing. I would go and listen to see what she's doing. To get pointers or something? Does that make sense?
Well, that's exactly right. That's why I listen to Lester, because I want to learn. You know, that's why I listen to you, because I want to learn. And anybody who wants to better their show, maybe they don't have to copy it, but they could.
But
take bits and pieces and learn how to format it.
You just play Rush music. Hi, Loud Radio. I was just joking with you, Steve-O. You know all that.
No, that's fine. And
Loud
that's
Radio's
in
the room. Loud Radio is really good. He plays good music. I like that guy.
Oh, is he in the room? Cool.
Mobster Boss Radio JD says, that's why it's better to stand alone and not gain other friends with shows. Well, yeah, you can't be backstabbed by someone who you trust won't backstab you. Bingo.
That's exactly what all I was saying.
And you made a good point, Lester, that if somebody is really considered my friend, my online friend, then they wouldn't be doing what this guy was doing earlier. Just,
Well, I don't know about you. It's hard to speak for a drone.
Okay, now stop. I've had enough. Lester, are you having these kids... Go put toilet paper on his house. Leave the dog alone. He's right over there. The light's on. You left your light on again, Lester.
Yeah, I know. But I don't get it. And apparently Boomshine, right? He wants to say he doesn't want to explain it, and then he said he doesn't get it. This is why I don't listen. This is why I never listen or participate in the chat when I do a show, because all in the chat, basically what we're catering to is other show hosts.
True.
And I can't speak for you, but in my show, I don't give a shit if another show host listens to my show. I'm going to put up a show, and I'm going to shit out 300 listens from people that are not necessarily in Spreaker. And then whatever else gathers up in that is fine. It's not that I don't appreciate people. It's not that I don't appreciate anybody that listens to my show. The fact is that when you do a show and you just cater to Spreaker show host, that will be 100% of your audience. Because anybody listening to you outside of Spreaker doesn't have a fucking clue what you're talking about. If I get on here and I hate my friend Guy Shea and just scream about Guy Shea, these people at the where we have people that listen to us outside of Spreaker, they don't have a clue what that's all about.
Exactly. Hold on. Guy, he's in there. Just go on in. Just go on in. Guy's at the front door. I'm telling you, just go on in.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. No, I joke around that Lester lives close to me because he actually does. But no, you're right. And like when I was listening to that dialogue between you and Mr. Midnight Movie, I was actually interested in what y'all were saying.
I was too. That's why I was muted. And I was just
I was feeling like I was listening to somebody on a talk show. And somebody said the other day that when they listen to Debi talking with Lester and some of the people, they feel like they're actually listening to talk radio. Because we're not talking about Spreaker drama or stupid things like that. And yes, you're right about the chat room. You nailed it. Well, you always seem to do that. You've got to tell them about the thing that happened to us, your buddy. That's weird. You know what I mean? The weird thing that, never mind.
You guys got a lot of things that are never minds.
It's just that weird, though. That has to be a sign. A sign of what? I have no idea. I'm just joking.
A sign of what?
Guy Shay's in the chat room. He says, "Fuck Guy."
Maybe that's not Guy. Yeah, let's talk trash about Guy.
Oh my God.
Guy, I heard he did a good show. Everybody's
great show tonight.
Right. Oh, he did one tonight again?
I listen to him every night. I love his shows. Fucking crack. I literally have tears in my eyes because it's so insane.
He went pretty nuts the other day. Yes, are you?
What are going to be the new rules of Spreaker, by the way, coming March 1st?
Basically they spelled them out for you. Just hit the terms of service, and they've highlighted there's a green deal that for some reason all these idiots think that there's a whole bunch of new rules in Spreaker. They're just going to start enforcing the rules, and the ones that they highlighted there, that's the new deal about the ownership of your content, and that's one of the new things. But hey, they're just going to enforce their terms of service, which all of a sudden I'm finding out that Debi Daly seems to be responsible for.
Now, will they be stricter on like profanity and stuff like that?
I'm watching. Part of their excuse me. Boomshine Radio. I am watching the chat because this is not my show. So your ass is right. I'm watching it tonight.
He said he doesn't watch when he's doing his show.
I don't watch it when I do my show.
That's correct. That's what I said.
Okay. I'm sorry. I do not watch the chat when I do my show at all, period. Maybe you're not capable of doing that, my friend, but I don't watch it at all.
Are we really going to be able to not even have a chat room?
From what I'm hearing, that they're gonna make an option to turn off your chat and you watch who will be the first one to do that will be me. I have no desire to have a chat room. When you listen to terrestrial radio, you don't have a chat room.
That's absolutely right.
When we were at 105.3, there was an option of having guests in this little viewing area over by Russ Martin's studio, which was not the studio that we got to use at Law and Disorder, but because Russ's was private and everything. But I couldn't even stand it when some of the people who got off drive time would be over there standing and watching me or whatever, because I was in that. Well, you weren't at 105.3. There was a second studio, and then there was a little bitty room with it was like a call screener room. That was the room I would be in. And I was thinking, why are these people? And then there was, of course, the guy that was from the FCC that was watching. He was over there, Jose. And it was like the FCC's Jose. That sounds funny. But anyway, yeah, it was, everybody would just sit there and stare. And I'd be going, why are you watching me talk? You know? But anyway, I guess that was the closest thing that we got to a chat room. But I think this is the way I look at it, is that, have you ever gone to a chat room, just a chat room, for some other place? Like, think of a chat room. Where is it?
Nice shades.
No. Not on. I'm talking about just a chat room. Okay, like Pal Talk maybe, or or something like that. It just you can't do both, really. If I talk to my chat room, then like a minute ago I had no idea what you guys had said because I was talking in the chat room. But then people say, "Well, Debbie ignores our chat room." Well, I can't do both. I've got to stay on top here and talk to these people, and I want to.
Remember that night you got scolded because you weren't checking out the chat room and giving them enough attention. I remember that. It wasn't very long ago.
Right.
But we're trying to... Debbie, here's a really good example. The best show me and you have probably ever done together. We did not one time look at that chat room. And every bit that we talked about was hysterical. My kids, to this day, always listen to that episode where we did all the characters and all the different skits and just were nuts for, an hour and a half, whatever, hour and 45 minutes. We never looked in the chat room. We were able to be ourselves. We were not influenced by what somebody thought we were doing.
It was a night. It was a Saturday night, and I was home. I always call it being home alone. There were no kids here, and I was in this bizarre, funny mood. We were just. I had nothing planned. There was nothing scripted. It was just this off-the-wall idiocy that just transpired between us. And I have to admit that you are right that I have gotten... Is gotten a word? I hate that word. I have received more feedback from that stupid show that we did than any other show that I've done recently. I mean,
is that recent Spreaker show? I mean, the recent Spreaker. It was on Spreaker, right? Not a blog talk show.
It was on Spreaker.
That show, and if I'm not mistaken, that show got that's your most popular show right now. It's got over 500 listens.
I don't know.
I have 70 or something like that. I saw.
I haven't checked it.
And that just goes to show you, we weren't looking at a chat room. We were just bantering back and forth, and we were very comfortable and having fun. And nobody was stepping on toes. Nobody, you know what I mean? It just worked. And I think sometimes that's where Lester's right. The chat room wasn't involved.
There
and
were
this is
people.
no disrespect to anybody in the chat room, but sometimes how could a professional like a Howard Stern, we'll use him for this example. He doesn't have a chat room. He doesn't look to see what people are saying or doing. That would throw him off his voice or wherever his agenda is.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just right. Like
I know when I do my show, since I don't script anything and I do it all by myself. I don't other than when I've had Guy in with me, but for the most part, I've done all of my shows by myself. I can't afford to look at the chat room because I will get off topic, and many times I've been to other people's shows and watched, and these people are talking about things that don't even pertain. They're talking to each other, and that's fine. But the show host has an obligation to put his show together, make his show last however long it's going to last, stay on topic, and get his message across and get on out of there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
You're right, because I've listened to a couple shows recently where the host is he or she is sitting there talking to the freaking chat room for an hour. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Throwing in a song in between. What is the point? What's the point? Like let's make like Lester said. Why?
I don't know. I'm showing on the cord to my headphones, so if you suddenly hear a surge of electricity and me go,
voltage,
then I killed myself. I mean, I actually got electric.
I'm kind of curious about Spreaker and playing to Spreaker hosts, because what % of people who listen to these shows also have shows themselves?
What percentage?
I wouldn't even know that.
You could just click them. All you do is click on them and you'll be able to see. You click on their name, you'll be able to see if they have shows.
Well, you can't. I don't think you can click on all the people that listen to your show with your numbers, because I'm always kind of curious to it just kind of dawned on me.
Can I ask something, guys? This goes right along with what you're saying, Mr. Midnight Movie. Lester, why does Spreaker show a host's numbers like that? Why
they know that breeds competition in people. I'd like to say something, though, here.
Please
JD hit it right. The point of talking to a chat room is only to broadcast to those 10 listeners. That's exactly right.
Well, I don't do that, and I don't care. I'm going to say this if it hair-lips the governor, okay? My fellow Americans. No, I love doing this. My family's behind me. I have a blast doing it, and I have listeners out there that go way beyond this chat room, okay?
Right.
Way beyond this chat room. And they call in, and I'll say something like the other night I mentioned Jimmy. I haven't talked to Jimmy in years. The next day he Facebook friended me. So Jimmy's out there listening somewhere way out in the interwebs. My brother's out there listening way off in the internets. I mean, I have people listening way out there. We're not just playing to you guys, okay? We're not just playing to this chat room. And shut up, Debbie? Okay. Yeah, I sometimes get long-winded, but no. JD, I would listen to JD talk about anything with radio. I mean, the son of a bitch knows radio.
Yeah, he does.
He is radio.
Yeah. But then you've got some losers out there that for whatever reason decide that they want to hate like that type of deal. And there's no sense in it. The only reason that you would hate something like that is in hopes to get us to mention their name. And the thing is they won't get us to mention anything that we don't want to mention.
It's not going to happen on here. And if anybody on here mentions the name, one of you or me, we are banned from the show.
Oh, no.
What? No, I'm serious. It's so stupid. We'll just mention Mobster Boss Radio. When are y'all going to get back to Mobster? I mean, is that what happened? I mean,
well, we have the reality radio thing going, and that's something that's going on because there's something in the works, and I think it's pretty refreshing and entertaining. then we have me out there when my throat will hold up now. When my throat will hold together, then we have me out there doing certain things, and we kind of know what we're doing. And there's a.
But can I ask a real silly question and just be honest with me?
Yeah.
Why couldn't you and Johnny? I'm assuming that's JD, right?
JD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do y'all have to? Why does it have to be Lester? Why can't you be what I hear? I probably shouldn't be asking this, but I mean.
Well, no, I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Because it's such
and it's just that we have dealt with. Lester's kind of been a good deal for us from time to time.
Yeah, he is.
And they're just. But, I don't get on and mention other people's shows, and I can't imagine why other people would get out there and think that I'm going to. It's just not going to happen.
Like, who are we talking? Well, don't mention who we're talking.
Anybody, right. Any of these people.
I've never asked you to mention my show. I've never asked you to mention my show.
No, but what I'm saying is I mentioned 2 or 3 shows at the end of my broadcast. And then that's the end of it. And on reality radio, nothing is mentioned about a show. We don't. And then we went for 2 months, over 2 months, without even broadcasting. And it was show after show after show after show. These deals were going on, and I can't imagine that people did they think we were going to come back and mention them? I can't imagine. And, I mean, if that's all the content you can produce, quit.
Can JD call in?
I mean, he can if he wants to. I don't know if he's in a position where he can right now.
Well, if he's by his cell phone, he can call 214. What's that number, Debbie? The number is 214-444-5488. If you can call from a cell phone, just give us a shout out, say hi, because I just want to know that you're still alive, I guess, because I haven't heard. I was used to hearing from y'all on the air, and now I don't hear y'all on the air too much. But
the last broadcast that's up is a reality radio show.
Right, I've heard that, but
Yeah.
I just got used to y'all being,
and I'll just tell you, the radio that we do, we do the different radio stuff that we do for a reason. And, since all of this stuff is that goes on, and when I say all this stuff, you've got 8 or 9 or 10 people that are just constantly upset. They're constantly, and it just, I don't mind telling you, this kind of radio, not what we're doing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Not if I call in on your show, that's fun and whatever.
Right.
The whole idea of doing radio out here with these cocksuckers that do nothing but just sit around and act like they're mad the whole fucking time. Jesus Christ, that's all there is here.
Yeah, if you're in a bad mood, just stay off the
Well,
internet.
they can't because they don't have a fucking life.
Well,
now, they like to talk about all the pussy they're getting. They like to talk about all the women they're banging, but they're always home on Friday and Saturday night. They're always home during the daytime to call in on somebody's show. I hear all of this shit, and it's just the same old stuff, And I just don't get it. The only one that gets on the radio right now in all of Spreaker that I hear that just gets on and has a good time is Guy Shea. Guy Shea just gets on, has a fucking ball, doesn't care what anybody says or care. It just doesn't give a shit.
He loses his mind. He just has a blast.
Yeah, he has a blast with radio.
He's crazy. That's what let me show you what we were doing that night. Remember, this is what we did. This is a little bit like what you're talking about. I started playing this crazy music over on YouTube. Just started playing it. It was just random. And we'll just watch how it progressed a little bit. Watch.
A lonely cold hotel room.
Okay, what?
Just to hear her say I
the thing about it.
Baby, please don't you touch my dream.
Yeah, don't touch my dream.
Okay, it started out, please warm my wiener as requested on the hotlines. Is this right, Steve? I started playing shut up. I played one little song. And you know how when you go to YouTube, you see suggestions of, well, would you like to listen to this? And it just went insane after this. Watch. Or listen, whatever. Come on, you piece of crap. We want the studio version.
When I start making love, I don't just make love, I be stroking.
Come on, Steve. Stroking. Stroking. We were just acting stupid. Okay, now watch how this progresses here. Stroke it. Stroke it. He strokes it to the west. He stroked it to the girl that I love. Yeah, come on now. It's by Ichabod Records.
Let me ask you something.
Let me ask you something.
What time of the day do you like to make love?
Let me jump forward here. Watch. He's warm my wiener as requested on the hotlines. Is this right, Steve?
I hope everybody enjoys it. And remember, grab your wiener and play along.
I got something to tell you, baby.
Yeah.
Don't get mad this time. If you want my wiener, you give me ease all up in my mind.
And that's all we're going to give you tonight. And now we're going to move right on to Bull Moose Jackson. We've got a request on the line. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, I'm listening over here in South Chicago. How y'all doing over there?
Welcome to the show. What's your name?
My name is Shaniqua, and I want to make a request, please.
You may go. What you got? What you got, girl? What you
We want to hear Big 10-inch by
Oh, I would love to play that for you right now. Let's get that out there. What station
by Bull Moose Jackson. Can you play that for us over here? We're partying on Saturday night.
Get drunk, bitch, and listen.
Thank you. We just love you. Oh!
Got me the strangest woman. Believe me, this chick's no cinch. But I really get her going when I take out my big 10-inch record.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
What the fuck, man?
I swear to God, I'm not lying.
You know how they just lost the rails.
You know how they Don't Mash My Diggers So Deep by Bo Carter's coming up next.
Coming up here next, if you think we've hit depravity, we've just started.
We haven't even scratched the surface.
Speaking of scratching. I'd see you, Debbie. How you feeling tonight? You sound like a sexy...
We've got a call on line 5. Go ahead, line 5.
Yes. We're calling in from Fort Worth, Texas.
Is that you, Teddy Bear? Teddy Bear, I hear you.
We want to hear
more. I miss your tight little bun.
Your biscuits are...
Your mom gave some good head.
We want to hear your biscuits are big enough for me by Bo Carter. Sorry.
Alright, now we play a song for you. Go back, get drunk, bitch.
Baby, don't put no more baking powder and your bread you see. Cause your biscuits is plenty tall enough for me.
Thank you. Thank you. So it just progresses from there, and it spirals down into an oblivion of just insanity. It gets worse, and
it's true. And I can
you know,
say
but why don't you guys do that?
That's what I'm asking her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you asking me?
No. I don't mean now.
You're asking me to go steady or something right now? Is this the big moment?
I mean, why don't you guys see? That sounded. That's the whole idea. When the host is having fun, and if people are listening for the right reasons, then everybody.
Yeah, we were just insane.
You just thought about how many people are sitting there with their goddamn audacity just flying right now.
Don't
oh my God!
They're on their cell phones going, tell them I've got it recorded. Oh, I got it recorded.
I got it covered. But no, but my point is you guys were having a ball.
Oh, it gets a lot worse.
It was like from beginning to end.
It gets worse than that, trust me. But see, Steve just fell right in line with that because I went over to... Why did I go over to YouTube? I was looking for something. And these songs...
Most depressing song.
Yeah. Which was... Say it, Steve. It's called what?
Which one?
Teddy Bear.
Oh, yeah. Teddy bear.
And I'd never heard this before. And I was listening to Teddy Bear, and I was freaking out laughing at this little boy. And Steven said, we get him up on the wheel and we make him squeal. I mean, it was just, oh, God. I was losing it.
And it's the most listened to show you've done. That says volumes, and I have to agree with Lester.
I'm telling you, that kind of radio where you're just having a good time and having fun and not really caring what if somebody's going to be critical of you or what. That's what it's all about.
Thank you, brother.
But we get a call from the Bay Area, and there's a reason I did it, because God love him. Over on Blog Talk Radio, there's a host called Vince in the Bay. I've known Vince forever, but Vince puts too much bass on his voice, and he sounds a little something like this.
Hey guys, it's me, Vince. What's going on? Hey, it's Free Ball Friday. I'm free balling. Is Steve on the line? What's going on? It's me, Vince. So what I do?
Vince? Oh wow, yeah, it was really that bad. It really was.
What I do, hold on, I messed me up. Hold on. What did I do, Lester? Hold on. There I am. What I do is I get a call from the Bay Area, and it gets really crazy right here, and then we're going to come back and wrap this bitch up. Hold on.
I'm done. All right, we're KMC 419 to base.
How many of y'all have waited out there for the new one coming up by Bo Carter? I have that right now, Steve.
I would love to hear it. I can't believe it's been released.
Here we go, boys and girls. Don't Mash My Digger So Deep by Bo Carter. I swear to God, I'm not lying.
This has just been released this afternoon. Hope you enjoy it.
Live in the studio. Slapping the bass.
Baby, if you don't like my peaches, baby, please don't you touch my tree.
Yeah, don't touch my tree.
Oh my God, this is
great. If you don't love my peaches, baby, please don't touch my tree.
Thank you, Bo. Thank you. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, buddy.
Thanks for coming into the studio, boys. You guys are nothing but class.
Now, I've got one more that we're going to take over here from the Mississippi.
Oh, we got another call? Line number 9, you're lit up. That means you're on fire. What you got for me?
Hold on just a second. That one maybe. Hold on.
Number 9, why don't you finish up that little job you're doing there with your friend? All right, well, let's go to line.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was going to play. I can't believe I did that.
Love that. I cannot
What
listen
did I do?
Because it was so spontaneous.
And of course, everybody. Lester, did you hear when I break off into cramming ball, slamming ball, what's wrecking ball? You heard?
No, I haven't heard.
I will not play, but all of a sudden, for no reason at all, I just break off into Miley Cyrus's wrecking ball, and it was the most unnerving thing. It would literally make the paint come off your walls. And Fufu actually starts howling. I kid you not. Swear to God, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Fufu was outside the window and starts howling.
The dog thought she was being murdered.
Thinking that Mommy, there was something wrong with my... Fufu starts howling outside the window when I'm singing Wrecking Ball. And so anyway, but is that what you're talking about, Lester? I'll shut up about it.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's what you guys ought to do. I really do. I think you guys have a ball, and it actually makes people smile when you do stuff like that, and I like that, you know.
Thank you.
And I just think it's kind of cool. And there's always going to be people out there that are going to try to flip that around and make something ugly out of it or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Blow me, man. That's the way I look at it. Another part of the show, I built everybody up to this big thing. Cause everybody knows in real life I play the piano, and I really kind of sort of do. I mean, I'm not bragging, but I just play it real fucking good. Okay, but anyway, I get everybody all built up that I'm going to play Jules's Mad World. Okay, Every land in the nowhere places, worn out. I messed my audio up. Worn out faces, and I build them up. And earlier that day, my daughter on her I'm trying to adjust my audio. My daughter on her cell phone had recorded me playing Mad World, and everybody's all fired up about it. And I said, "So here we go with my Mad World," and I play this, and it's actually me. Can you get it? It's
yeah.
The song is Every magic just familiar faces, and that was just ridiculously funny. It was a big preview, big premiere of the Mad World, and so Heather said, "Mom, you should play other songs on the It's an actual baby grand piano. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like
Did you do another song?
Yeah, it's not here. It's over at the other house, but yeah, I know I could do it, but
I love that. I want to hear that.
it was
for sure.
very stupid, crazy stuff. So.
But I think that's what you guys ought to do. I think you ought to just bust off into stuff like, you can talk about anything you want, but I'd bust off into stuff like that and fuck what everybody thought.
You know what? Thank you, Lester. Coming from you, that means the world to me because that's exactly where I'm at.
All right, good.
Wait a minute, I have to sneeze. I have to sneeze. His ass. I'm sorry. I had to sneeze. Something in my nose.
No, I just thought, you know why? Because when you walk away from something like that and you're smiling, and you just realize that other people are smiling.
Is this a Hallmark moment here?
3 months later.
Okay.
No, when you can play it 2 months later and it's still freaking hysterical to you, there's something good there.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you what. I laugh a lot at Lester's stuff, and it's just when he goes off into talking about women. Lester hates women. I mean, he just thinks women are just for fucking and frying meat. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
There was a deal there was I received some emails not long ago that said that they were really sick and tired of my lack of respect for women.
You have none.
And I want you to know that you've got it all wrong. I think women have one of the most important roles in society today.
Mm-hmm.
They are life support systems for vaginas. I respect that.
Oh no. And he says, the funniest thing he said one time is he said, "Steve, stop talking in the chat room." "Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?" "Hello, Fabiday, you sexy piece of tail. You'll have to call in sometime and talk to us on the phone here."
She should call in, absolutely.
I'll tell you something. There's Celtic Brony. Hi, Celtic Brony and Jersey Bees. Celtic is Celtic, I want to ask you, though. Look at me talk to the chat room. Why did your pony become green and not the infamous blue that you had? Anyway. No, Fabiday seems like the kind of chick that I would like to hang. I loved hanging out with really good-looking, badass chicks.
Can I just say this? Like all the rooms I've been in with her, she's always respectful. She's never a bitch.
Hold on. I must be catching a cold or something.
Oh, you're kidding.
Kiss ass. Sorry. Woo.
She's asking if you want her to call, and I think that'd be good. But listen to me. I'm not trying to cut out on you guys, but I am fixing to go into a sneezing fit for whatever reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here because I'm pretty sure that's the end of that.
All right, call in and say hi, Fabiday, and then we'll take it and close it out. And Lester,
all right. I'm not trying to interfere. I just know that I am doing everything I can to fight sneezing right this minute.
All right, my friend. So
all
great
right.
to talk to you again, man.
All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. And thanks for having me on tonight.
All right, man.
All right.
Thank you, Lester, and Mr.
You
Midnight. Say goodnight to Mr. Midnight Movie.
Good night, Mr. Midnight Movie. I didn't. You know what? You just sat over there so quiet. I didn't even know you were still there.
He's not here.
Oh, okay.
But he was, I guess, is what she's saying.
All right.
Absolutely.
See you guys later. Thank you.
Everybody stay tuned. We may have Fabiday on her premiere on getting her voice heard on my show. It's 214-444-5488. 214-444-5488. Call in and prove that I can... stop talking to that other guy. Stop talking to her. I'm trying to talk to her, bees. Oh, you joined the Continuity Irish Republican. Please call in. I have long hair. I hate it. It's driving me crazy.
She said K, so she will. It's always my answer with Debbie. K.
It's hard to get along with women sometimes unless they have to be I mean, I've got a lot of good friends. Don't trust
me?
No, listen to me.
Is that a Freudian slip?
Hush! I have a lot of good friends in real life, and don't get me wrong, you have to have this criteria really to hang out with me. You have to be able to have just enough testosterone in you, and you have to just take care of yourself. And women, come on, take care of yourself. 214-444-5488. Let's open up the lines, Steve, and the request lines. Hopefully we'll be hearing from Fabiday. I want to ask her where she got her name. And let's go. I don't see the phone. The phone's not ringing. So I'm assuming if the phone's not ringing that she's still not calling. What do you think?
If it's not ringing, then she isn't calling. That was
like,
brilliant analysis.
How can I miss you when you won't go away?
That's what you always say to me.
All right, we're going to sit here and wait. In fact, we're just going to not talk. Boy, I wish the baby wasn't asleep. I would show you how loud I can whistle. You know, wait. Guy and Lester are jumping on his trampoline. I swear to God. Look, I mean, that's embarrassing. What are they doing?
Debbie,
they're in their underwear, both of them.
They're in their underwear?
Yeah, they're doing flips and stuff. They're crazy.
You suck.
Anyway.
I was going to do something, now I can't.
I'm embarrassed. I'm closing the window.
Yeah, you're taking fucking pictures.
No, I'm not, but I'm going, what? There's a helicopter now going over their house.
Well, they're taking pictures too.
Oh, wow, this is just too embarrassing.
Hey, Debbie, listen.
Yes, dear.
It's for you.
You want me to try to do it?
What's that?
I'm going to try to do it, okay?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Debbie going... Okay, got dead.
That kills you when I do that. I don't know why.
All right, try one more time. Listen to me. Just listen how I do it, and you'll understand.
Go.
It's...
I can't do it.
It's not busy. Do you have a Skype?
I can't. She's not going to call.
She said it's busy.
Oh, blow us. Busy? Well, let's just try to call it ourselves and see if we get it. Baby, you need to get Skype. You call. Oh, let me check and see if the settings are still set over here. Hang on just 1 second.
Let's see if it works.
Okay, privacy. Allow call. Oh, hold on. Let me change it, Angel, to anyone. And now
try it again, Fabiday, please.
Try again, Fabaddy. Fabaddy.
That sounded so mean.
Fabaddy, call in.
You're grounded.
Call in. The lines are open.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just opened the lines of love.
Call in if you've ever been...
Hey, I think everybody should call into the Debi Daly Network. Sorry, stop.
Oh, looky. Is this you, Fabity? Oh, I accidentally put Steve on hold. Oh, crap. Steve, I'll have to add you to the call. Hi, is this you?
Okay.
Hi.
Is this Debbie?
Yes, it is. How are you?
Hold on, I gotta lower I'm on my cell. Let me just turn it off.
This is fabulous. Now,
delicious. Look at Jersey Bees. I'm reading the feed for the chat. Okay, I gotta get off it.
Now, I had to put Steve on hold because you came in on an unknown number. So I have two, Steve's over there. I didn't get to add you. If somebody calls in on a blocked call or an unknown call, then I can't add you into the call. It makes a separate call.
Well, I don't have a Skype on here, but, Bees is saying Viber, the Viber app, that didn't work because you don't have me on it. But anyways, I made it through.
What is, I've got Steve on hold. Just keep holding, Steve. What,
okay.
Where do you get your name from, sweetie?
You know, honestly, it was, what happened? I was with my niece, and she made it up. She's 6 years old, and I was like, just quickly, actually, I got the, I don't want to advertise on here. I actually got this app particularly for one person that's on the chat right now. Should I say the name or?
Sure, do it. Jersey Bees?
Yes, yeah. He's a really good friend of mine.
He's got a badass picture. I love his picture. He looks like a card dealer in an illegal card game in his picture. You know.
Yeah, he's really a mafioso man. No, I'm just
exactly.
Kidding.
Right.
No, he's awesome. So I got Spreaker for that. I was going to listen to it just on the internet, and then I just downloaded it quickly. And when I was listening one night, and that was that. And then I asked my niece, "Okay, quickly make up a name." It started on Vine, on the Vine actually. The
And
Vine
she just
app.
went, Fabiday! She
Well,
just
every-
went,
and I said,
blueberries.
What did you think of that? She said, well, I think, and she's 6, so keep that in mind. She said, I think everybody should have a fabulous day every day. So why don't we call it Have a Day? I said, okay.
I
It was
like
just like random and, just to make her happy. It's not the greatest name, but then I just kept it. I thought, oh, well, it's just an app. Who cares? Like for Vine. And that's that.
Well, now, the thing about it is my daughter, we had a little baby left on her doorstep on Christmas 3 years ago, is what we say. But then again, we don't believe in abortion, I guess you could say. And he calls me Mika.
Mika, that's cute.
Nobody knows where he got it from. He just goes,
little nickname.
Mika. I mean, I'm Mika. I am Mika, just flat out. And my husband is Pow Pow.
Pow Pow, all the little nicknames.
Yes.
He's telling me, I'm warning you, she ain't going to stop because she don't stop talking.
What?
I'm a talker.
No,
and thanks for what you said about me. You sound so cool to hang out with, too. Like, just kind of...
Now, we have to tell you that the other day, whose show were we at? Andy Bong's show, right?
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Well, I got this bizarre attachment reading. I started reading her in the chat. Right. And I do that sometimes. I don't do it a lot, but I have done it before, but not often.
Oh, I had goosies. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was bizarre because I was really kind of picking up on some things, right?
Totally. It was just, I couldn't believe it. I was just, and the funny thing is that Andy, like it started, like the show, everything just ended. And usually when the show completely shuts down and ends, the chat eventually, after a few minutes or if music stops or whatever, the chat disappears. Mm-hmm. So it kept going on. Like we were typing back and forth for what?
Oh, a good no, longer than that. A good 20 minutes. Absolutely.
Okay, wow. I know. So
it was amazing.
What happened?
Yeah, I started saying to her, she goes, I'm an intuitive or something. And I said, I'm intuitive. And then all of a sudden I said to her, the first thing I said was, I see obviously your father or something. No, there's a man.
I saw an elderly man, a strong energy coming through.
Right. And I don't know where this came from. And all of a sudden I just started saying this and this and this. And she was just like, oh my gosh. And one night on another show here on Spreaker.com, I started reading of a girl that's in the UK, and I said, what is this secret that you have kept, the bigger part? I said, don't tell us, but you have this huge secret. And she said, yes, absolutely. She said, there is a big secret about me that nobody knows, that most people don't know. And, of course, she didn't tell us, but it was amazing. And then there was another guy on the call. It was a Skype call. It was on Jay's show, and I started reading Rick. And I just nailed it. I mean, and it was just, when you're hot, you're hot, I guess.
Oh my God. Was it last night? No, it was, I guess it was Sunday night, I believe. Anyways.
I don't know what
Sunday,
it was, but.
My time, it was, I think, at 5 or 6 o'clock.
A.M.? A.M.? Okay, where, are you in the UK?
I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Excellent.
Yeah,
wow.
I'm in Toronto with Drake, my man. And
just think of how far. Now, you know this guy, Jersey Bees. Can you tell us, you know him through what? The internet or what? Tell us about this deal.
How I met him?
Exactly.
Through Vine. The Vine app.
Oh, cool. Now, did you Vine and he saw the Vine or what?
Just a few of my followers, and then he had a few groups of followers. Then I started following his followers, and then we started chatting a lot on Vine. Him and his partner that he does shows with, another gentleman, really nice man. His name is Planet. His real name is Antonio, but his Vine name is Planet Antonio. They do their show together sometimes. He just finished the show right now. I was just on his show now, like an hour ago. Mm-hmm. Anyways, and we were just chatting, and because they're from New Jersey, in New York, New Jersey, we had a little connection because I started mentioning that, and my entire mother's family's in New Jersey and Long Island and New York. That's like my second home since I was a child. I've always, Christmas, I go there for like the whole summer. Like it's just for years. I'm not that young, so I've been there for years. And
okay, well, let me ask you.
So we just started talking about New York, and that's how it started.
A lot of people call me an alpha female, and they could not be further from the truth. I back down. I mean, I make sandwiches, okay? And my husband can tell you there's no alpha female in this house. But they say among females, I tend to be an alpha female. Now, I feel that with you, too.
It's just sort of like an energy. Some people have it in them. It's almost like I'm very spiritual. I'm very...
you have no idea.
Very, but not, like, I'm not a skeptic as far as psychics. Yes,
psychics have been given a bad name.
But as far as spirituality, like I believe there's something bigger than us. I respect all religions, but there's got to be something after. There's things that are unexplainable.
You have no idea.
And I could make a list of things, and I don't think anyone would have a straight answer for it. So then, what is that? So
I want to show you something real quick that's going to blow your mind. About 5 or 6 weeks ago, I was sitting in my room, and I accidentally left the room recorder on, which is this mic right here, and I had left it on Audacity. It was recording, right? Well, about 20 minutes, I can't believe I can't add Steve to this call. About 20 minutes into this recording I was listening to, I heard a voice. You know what EVP means, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you. I know you do. Suddenly, I heard a voice on there that sounded like my very best. Now, listen to me. My very best friend's sister. And I thought that can't be her. She's fine. She passed away 2 weeks earlier.
Oh, see, these things happen to me all the time.
And I didn't know.
I have 4 other sisters. I'm the youngest. I have no brothers. They don't dream. Things have happened where it just, it's also like, after someone passes, they say, okay, it's because she's, dreams, we'll never know if they're real or not until we get to the other side. I'll ask them all when I get there, okay? We'll find out later. But I find, it's people, question it. They're saying, oh, it's just, she's grieving. It's just a need. It's a want. And
I want to play this. I want to play this EVP for you. Now listen to me. Listen to me, Fabiday. When she would speak to me in real life, she would say, Debi, I love you. Now I want you to listen to this EVP. It repeats over and over again. But this is her, and I didn't even know she had passed away. Watch. Listen. I love you, Debi. I love you.
Oh my God.
And I thought, that's Ann. That's Ann.
Oh my. Oh,
I called the next day and I went, and they were like, Debi, we're so sorry. It was fast. It was quick. We didn't know your new number. And I was like, she came to me that night and said that. Of course, it's repeated over and over again. But did you hear the voice?
Oh, clearly, wow, that's so sweet.
So I'm telling you, I'm not blowing smoke up your gorgeous little mini skirt. I'm telling you the truth. When I say what I am what I am as I am what I say I am. I feel so bad about putting Steve on hold, but I wanted to talk to you so bad. Fabiday, are you going to ever be do you do a show?
You know what? I've just been listening. Just honestly, to Jersey Bees and yourself and a few other radio stations. Recently, I used to just come on literally just for him, and then and now I don't know. I have like 50-something followers, and it's so funny because I have no shows. So I said I should start one soon. I don't know. And a few people have suggested to do one together with myself.
Right on. Well, you're always welcome here,
I have
sweetie.
3, 4 people actually that asked me to do it together on Skype or to do, and I'm willing to do that. I do a lot, like a lot. We have family business. I do.
Oh, I know. We're over here.
Jobs,
Mine come in and out all night long.
I
You know,
do volunteer work, just craziness. Which I know it only takes maybe 30 minutes to do a show. I could squeeze it in. Obviously, like it could be done, but I don't know.
I have 1,000 questions to ask you. Here's what I want to do. I want to invite you back before it's this late in the show. I want to invite you back, please, and I want to have Steve on the call with me, and we're going to grill you to death. But I want to ask you one more thing before you go.
Of course.
Now, do not mention any names. It has come recently to my attention through some research and some scuttlebutt that a certain female show host, which shall not be named, was giving you a hard time. Is the rumor true?
A hard time? Oh, I know. I won't say the name.
No.
I know you don't want to have this kind of like. I wouldn't talk trash. I'm not. You know what?
Exactly.
I don't do that. I'm not that kind of person.
I don't either. But I just wanted to know.
I believe that whatever, just let it go. Life's too short. You know?
Good.
Anger is poison, so
bingo. But I've had the same.
But I know who you're talking about.
Okay, good.
It's a two words, right? Two separate words in the name.
Yep.
Yeah. He or she did 500%. I swear on children.
You can say it in the chat room if you want, but I've had problems. I've had problems with the same person. So yeah, let's just say that's all we're going to say about that. It's so.
But there was no need to, for another person to go overboard, which was protective and had good intentions, but it was a little bit extreme. But it wasn't my place. It was her choice. I didn't ask anyone. I forgot about it. And I tapped on that person's show, and I heard my name. I'm like, and then I saw you on there. What's going on? I can't relax. I'm over it. Like, I don't even get into that. But
you have a great energy about you, and I just can't tell you. I have so many things. I mean, I'm just freaking out here to.
Did you tell we didn't get into what happened. You want to tell them like quick?
No, you tell them.
Okay.
You go, okay.
We were on the chat, and she's never done it was like a somewhat reading, but not face to face.
Never had.
And she saw my photo on Spreaker, and she said in the photo, and Debbie said in the photo, I see 2 or 3 images, and they're coming through really strong. Like I have a strong, connection, something's going on, and strong energy, and this has never happened before, first time for me, and all this stuff. And I see an elderly, like a man. Anyways, so the short version was
mustache.
My father passed, and then she said some specifics that he had a hard time seeing through one eye, close to the time of death or towards the end of his, last few weeks or so, something along that line. And I said, yes, actually, he couldn't see. He could only see out of one eye. And you said, swear, or something like that. Like, really? And I said, yes. And I was freaking out because it was so true. How does she know? And then you mentioned about someone else, another lady. I mean, and, people could say, well, she might know 20 people that have passed in the past 20 years, so you're picking one. But the specifics, like there wasn't a lot of females that have passed with, you said, chubby cheeks and a huge smile and gorgeous, and I thought that had to be my aunt, which was recent with breast cancer. So we were just chatting back and forth, and she was giving me like a beautiful reading. It was, I was in tears. I was literally crying, like not,
Guys, I don't do this.
Like in a good way. Like it was just so touching.
I never do this. Y'all know me better. I've never done this before on my show or anything. I just don't do this kind of stuff. But it was just this moment.
Well, there was a couple things you don't know. I had at the rosary. Like I'm I'm not nun. Well, close to it. No, I wasn't so religious before. But when I witnessed some things with my father's passing, it's always questionable as far as, the morphine. There was no meds he was on. So the things that I had witnessed after that, if you don't have your faith, I don't know, you have nothing to hang on to. I would have went into a huge depression if I didn't know they're in a better place. If I had to truly believe it. You don't just pray just for the heck of it. So I pray a lot now, and it's just it's almost like meditating, and it relaxes me. I had the rosary in my hand when we were chatting. and I was looking at him just before I got on my cell phone to get on your chat. And then I put it down, and then when I saw you, I still had it in my hand, and I don't know, and then maybe you came through because he was around and he knew
I don't know.
he was connecting through you. I don't know.
People say to me many times, what do you mean, do you see visions? It's just something that I think. And when I studied when I was first on Blog Talk Radio, there was a girl that came forward. She's a very, very, very famous medium. Her name's Lisa Williams, and she told me, she said, Debbie, you've got strong mediumship like you've never seen in your life. Turned me on to this guy out of India that did Skype he had to see face-to-face conferences with me to train me to sort of tweak my intuition powers, whatever you want to call it, okay? And he told me, he said, okay, Debbie, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, don't think, say it. Don't think, say it. Don't. And all of a sudden, and so I did, and I was just going, chubby cheeks. And it's just thoughts. It's not that I see somebody. I just think these things. And that's supposedly the way it works. And
many people say I'm mysterious, and I'm just, I don't know, like not in a bad way, that I'm very, like all my sisters, I never dream of Dad. I wish, this, and I wish that, and I wish, even my mother, like his wife, they were happily married for, like 30-odd years. I mean, I don't know, sometimes they can connect through people that, I don't know, I'm his youngest. I worked with him all my life since I was a child. I did everything for him. I dropped my career, like a lot of my other jobs. I was in med school, almost getting into, to be an oncologist. I stopped everything to care for him.
That's amazing. I did the same thing. I left 2 babies at home and went to die with my father, I guess you could say, while the O.J. Simpson trial was on.
They brought us on this earth. That's the least we can do. You know what I mean?
It was precious. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And
I'm very intuitive. Like, I have good instincts, and usually I'm like, it's too much where it scares me. Like, I just I'll think of someone that I haven't thought of from a year ago, or an old friend.
I have to ask you something.
And an hour later, or the next day, somehow I hear about them through someone else, or they call me.
I'm moved to ask you a question right now at the moment, but there's something about either your mom or your mom and your dad, but there's like a box with a handle on it or something. There's like, not a box, but it's almost like a square suitcase of some sort. What is...
Can you tell me the color of it?
It's like... I want to say floral on one part or something, but then there's like a creamy beige, yellowy something, or along that line or something. What is that?
Well, you saw that now?
Yeah, but I'm just thinking this is, for some reason, this is all over me. But there's like in between.
Nobody knows about that. I mean, it's something that I have frames. I have 3 frames of my mom. My mom, like, I don't mean to sound. She's stunning. Bees, I don't know. I think you've seen a lot of photos of her. My mom, like, she just took something out of the Marilyn Monroe, like brunette, and just all the black and white shots, just gorgeous. And I don't know. I guess all of us, like my aunts and all them, they don't look their age with the genes.
Right.
My mom is half Lebanese. Well, she's Lebanese, but she was raised in Egypt. My father's Armenian. I speak like 6 different languages. But anyhow, she knew my father for not even 2 weeks, and they got married. And then one of the gifts he got her, he said, we're in the textile business. I'm going to travel for 2 weeks all over Europe for business, to get fabrics and blah, 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 and whatever. So why don't we make it our honeymoon? She just turned 17. He was 31. And she left everything. Her parents weren't happy, and they left. Anyways, so 2 weeks, he wined and dined her. They had an engagement party in Beirut, and she left on the honeymoon on his European trip, business trip, and that was that. But a couple of the gifts he gave her, one was the engagement ring in a gorgeous, oh my God, like an antique, sort of an ivory, it's a box.
Ornate. It's ornate on the top, isn't it?
It's probably like 1.5 by 1.5. It's very antique looking.
Exactly.
It's got silver snaps and a handle. It's square.
Yes, and it's got ornate. It's got ornate curly things on the top, like little whoopie doopies, or I don't know.
Yeah, you can use it to store. But back then, My mother was very fashion
Wow.
like she's just, even my grandmother, my gosh, stunning. All of them, they were all like, in Lebanon, they're all like that. Like if you walk to get milk, they have to look sexy and very fashion conscious. They're all like that, when they're younger. So
My mother was the homecoming queen of her high school.
Handbag if you want.
That's amazing.
He bought her that when he was in Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave that to her, and he kind of, tricked her. He put a few different gifts inside, and one of them was the ring, and then he proposed to her, and it was that. And nobody would know that. Like, I mean, the fact that you said a box, you could have said, or people would think the shoe box.
No, not at all. No.
And it had hand painted, like for a very, very famous artist.
On the top.
Sort of like a pale, like a pinky rose color.
Yes, that's it. That's exactly.
Of like.
Exactly.
Subtle, not tacky or too girly. Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
And it has the designer's name in pink. It was pretty pricey, like for back then, and that was the fashion back then. They used to hold the
Now, let me
handbags
ask you
like
something.
that.
Where is this? Where is this now? This box? Is it in your
my house?
That's it. It's in your vicinity. Okay, it's in your vicinity, right?
Near her.
That's
wedding dress and
amazing.
everything.
That's amazing. Well, Fabiday, I tell you, I've got to get off of here just because I've been on so long, and so let me ask.
I know I came too late. I'm sorry.
No, but you're going to come back. Will you promise me that you'll come back? I would love for you to do one of my Bible shows with me on Sunday night.
Okay, and what time? Well, what's the time difference? You're in Texas, right, hon?
What time is it where you are?
Right now, it's I'm probably the only nut job that's up. It's 2:50 a.m. Almost 3 a.m.
Well, see, it's 1:50 a.m. here, so I'm Central and you're Eastern, right?
Okay, so you're what, an hour behind?
I'm an hour behind. I usually crank that up about 10 p.m. and I don't have a sidekick now anymore. And Steve, of course, is an atheist. I'm joking, of course. Steve knows I'm kidding him. And it would be fun to sit and banter back and forth about it. I mean, we just do anything. We don't, nothing in particular. People got used to it, and now I'm just sort of like hanging there. I have to continue this. So if you can make it this coming Sunday night, that would be just absolutely fab a day.
Fab a day. Be the same.
It'd be fun. Let me
I
know.
could change my name to Fabulicious, but it sounds, I feel like it's sort of like it's a nice name that he thought of, but it sounds like I feel like it's conceited, sort of like I'm like delicious or fabulous, like
Well, I mean, damn it, if you are, you are. If you are, you are. I mean, you get out. It's whatever. I just was drawn to you for some reason. I don't know what it is. Now, how are you liking
and that evening that that happened to us?
She keeps cutting
Cancer
out.
children
You're
under
dropping,
5?
Angel. You keep dropping, Pumpkin. About every your call's dropping on me a little bit.
Oh, okay.
No, what did you say? You care for? I was so amazed that you told me you care for children that are dying that don't have parents.
Yeah, I never even heard of that. I've done volunteer work in palliative care.
Mm-hmm.
I've taken a lot of courses, CPR. I mean, you have to for that, right? For palliative care for the elderly, any age, but mostly for the elderly that don't have spouses or kids, or they passed, or nearby, whatever. Who wants to die alone? Nobody. Well, actually, sometimes they want you out of the room. They want to be alone to die. It's true. I do that, and I do just volunteer work basically for terminally ill cancer patients.
Wow. I love it.
I give them juice, and it's a long day. Like, it's such a long day. I did it for 7 years with my father, so, I know what it's like. It's so boring, So I from my pocket, I bought like 4 or 5 TVs. I bought all brand new magazines, like funny stuff. I tell them the dirtiest jokes, but not like vulgar, just cute jokes.
Excellent.
That he used to say. When he passed, they said, okay, Joseph was amazing. You're like him exactly. Please, can you come back? Because I make them laugh so hard, and they forget. I'm like, nobody's gone here, okay? As long as you're breathing, you're still good. So let's get this show on the road. And I try to make like a whole, we try to say jokes, and I talk. Everyone gets their turn to talk, because when you go to a chemo, like a room with 20 people doing chemo, everybody's just quiet, and they're just so depressed. And some people.
You remind me of Patch Adams.
What?
Patch Adams.
Yes. some people need the quiet. They don't need to. But those people.
Well, no.
They don't have
Patch Adams. That's a compliment, by the way. It was a film that I loved to death. It was played by Robin Williams. Patch Adams was a person that believed in just a different take on, like you said, people that are dying and stuff like that. I think it's wonderful. I've experienced a lot of death in my life. I lost my mom, my dad, my brother, grandparents, everybody's. I mean, I have nobody. All I have now is you and Steve and
oh my God.
and Lester, and which I have no idea why they're doing this. They're actually
but
now,
there's not a lot of people that want to. We need more people to volunteer in this world.
Go to some old folks' home. People
say, hey, there's a party. Everybody goes.
Go to old folks' home.
How about a bad time? Who's there for the bad times? That's. Your friends are there for the good and the bad times. I'm just saying strangers, like in the hospitals, like it's even like offering, I give my blood every week because I'm a very rare type. And I'm just like one person out of millions. But if more people would do this, it would just be, such a better world. But I've never even heard of children. Okay, children dying, but orphans? I never
You
thought
are
of
a
that.
very
When
special
I heard of
person.
that, I said, I have to do this.
You're a very special
never
person,
had
and I'm glad I
parents.
met you. I'm glad that I know you, and I hope that we can form a good friendship and a nice relationship. And I'm excited to know you.
Me too.
I really am. And
are you on Vine by any chance? If you don't mind me asking,
I've made a few Vines. Have you ever gone on YouTube and seen the Vine compilations? Where they have? Are you talking about Vine, where you do the real short little videos? That
Vine?
the
6-inch upload. 6-inch. Oh my God!
Hello.
Ding
ding ding ding ding ding ding ding ding. No.
6-second upload.
Absolutely.
Last one was we were talking dirty slightly, all in good fun.
Oh, we know.
So I still have the word inch in my brain. Okay, so 6-second upload. Yeah, that's the Vine app. It's green.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, absolutely. I do.
So is your name the same on there?
I'm not on there, my darling. I need to get on there. Okay. How do you make a Vine? I mean, I've got so many videos that I could do. What do? You just go in there because it's like bing, 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 like 3, 3, 3. It's like 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Is that what you do? 2, 2, 2?
6 seconds. And whatever you like. You just, it's so easy. If you go on YouTube, they'll explain it. You just
I'm
press
there.
The screen, and you've got 6 seconds, and you can face it towards yourself. You can face it forward. There's all kinds of gadgets, which I don't get into, but some people that are so talented.
What is your name on Vine, darling? What is your name on Vine? I'm going to go Vine you and see what you got over there.
Identical. Oh, you know what? Mine crashed.
Really?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
It crashed, but I'm opening it again. This week. I waited almost a couple months because to see if they could retrieve it again. I had 600 posts on there.
Dang.
And it crashed.
Well, I'm going to go pick back up on Steve. My poor co-host is over there going,
okay,
holding. But can you promise me you're going to call? Well, if you're in my chat room, I'm just going to make you call back in anytime, all the time. I love your energy.
So you're just, how many days a week? Well, you know what? I'll look on I don't want to, if you have to go, it's okay. I'll find out.
I just wish I hadn't left Steve. I feel horrible.
No, don't worry.
Is he in the chat room chatting?
Are you on?
Is Steve chatting in my chat room?
Steve Rush, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is he okay? Are you okay, Steve-O?
He's chatting with Loud Radio and Jersey Bees and Josh Peterson and RD and Boom Shoom Radio.
So he's okay because he's on hold on the other line.
Oh, he's chatting away.
Okay, fine then. But I really do want you to call back, and I wish I could. I have so much to ask you. Yes. Oh, he's okay, Josh said he's okay. You know what I would love to do?
This is Houston.
If you would like,
far from you, right?
You're in Houston?
Yeah, Houston, Texas. Houston.
You mean Planet Houston? Okay. If you would be so bold as to give me the day and the month of your birth, I could give you a reading about you, yourself personally, that I'm known for, that would absolutely blow your mind. But I can understand if you don't feel like I don't need the year. Like, all I need is like September 3rd, May 5th, August 4th. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, right. Okay. July 14th.
Really? Okay, this is going to be fun.
That's when the first man walked on the moon. On my birth year, but I won't say.
And you don't believe that that's a hoax? I don't. I don't. I believe that it really happened. I really do.
It's a Cancer sign.
Josh just said something
I
to me.
told you my sister has breast cancer, correct?
Is she going to?
Oh, okay.
Is she going to be?
No, I just didn't know if I should mention that. I did already before you say anything.
Okay, this is all about you, sweetie. You're very quick-witted. You're very verbal, but you tend to come off sometimes almost in a haughty manner if you're crossed. Mm-hmm. Meaning, if somebody crosses you, see, I'm the same way. I think that's why I'm drawn to you. I'm drawn to like minds. That's why I'm drawn to Lester, and I'm drawn to you in a bizarre way. Because if somebody pisses me off, I've been known to say, "Mess with me, and I'll put you on my American Express card." I'll just say something really crappy, like that. Mm-hmm. And I know you don't do that.
I'm like that when it comes to extremely good friends, but like at family, it's your blood. I mean, and friends that a handful that even if you don't talk for years, no hard feelings, you don't call back right. I'm so easygoing. I don't care. Everybody gets busy and whatever, but I'm there when someone needs me in the middle of the night if they have a flat tire and a snowstorm or like that's. I don't know. I can't say no. I have a problem. I can't.
You are extremely close to somebody in your life that is a mentor to you right now. Okay? I don't know who it is. I'm thinking maybe it's a male figure, but they act as a mentor. And I don't mean a mentor like in Big Brother, Big Sister, just somebody that you kind of go to about stuff that's going on, like, you won't believe what happened to me today, or what do you think about that? And you really listen to this person, okay? And you feel, and you tend to only be close to this person right now. You're not a person that can spread yourself real thin, is what I'm saying.
I'm a one person at a time type of person. Like as far as, if it's, I'm saying with getting to know someone, relationships. And
you've had a relationship in your past or present, I can't tell if it's past or present, that the meeting was an amazingly strange circumstance. It could have been through the internet. It could have been on a golf course. It could have been in a pool hall. It was very strange. And this relationship has either persevered through some tough times or is going to be persevering through tough times. And I'm almost seeing that this could end up in a marriage. Or for some reason I see the word marriage. I don't know what that means. Maybe I don't know. Now, you are constantly wanting to remain tight or close with you're very proud of your upbringing. Not so much proud of your upbringing, but you talk about your upbringing a lot. When I was a child or this, you're very connected to your family is what I'm saying. Not connected, but just it's a big part of your life, which is a good thing. Okay?
Okay.
You also
talk a lot. I'm just kidding.
I wonder who talks more, me or you, though.
Oh my God. Well, my battery dies out a lot, so there's your answer.
You're a very hard worker, and you can when you get really stressed out, you can get one hell of a headache. And
I have migraines to the point where I can't walk.
You have to shut
down.
down.
To say the word vomit, but yeah,
you have to shut down and say I can't do anything for a while. And you tend to work yourself up. You tend to work yourself up. You like me. You just blow and blow and blow for 2 or 3 days, and then you just sort of for a while. You just sort of veg out for a while somewhere. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
I love being alone. I could be alone for a long time, all the time, and then
I could be alone.
Around. See, well, I'm the happiest when I'm with my family. That's like. I'm not boring, and I do stuff I like to, but I have too much on my plate now. That's not an option, and it's okay.
They tell me
that have been dealt right now with me. So
they tell me that Happy is the person that loves their own company, and that's me. I prefer my own company, and that's very rare. I mean, that's not a lot of people aren't like that. And I always love to be alone, to tell you the truth. I really do. And I've been known to, on family vacations, I'll go lock myself in the bathroom just to be alone. Just sitting there, just not in the bathroom, just sitting there just to be alone. Because when you're on vacation,
from all the chaos.
Exactly.
I mean, a lot of people are like that all the time, but sometimes you just need to, regroup and just like chill out alone. Especially when there's pain in the butt, men around, all the ball busters, excuse my language. There's a lot of those around.
Exactly. Now, you have a lot. You have a lot to give, though, to society. You have a lot to give to the world. You would benefit greatly from online podcasting because you have a lot to give that people need to get. Is what I'm saying. You really do.
I've always been told that I should be a politician or a comedian.
Well,
here in Toronto, my family, some of my cousins, we have restaurants, bars, nightclubs. We have other types of business. I don't want to say food business and other types of businesses. And I go there and help them bar or do I'm always there's always something where someone needs me. So I blend in with just a lot of, and by the way, whoever's listening, I'm not trying to sound conceited. You understand? I'm very simple. I'm very modest. I'm humble. I'm not the type. I'm not sitting here trying to, list all my great qualities. I have plenty of faults, and I'm definitely not perfect. No one is, But I can blend in with. I love sitting talking, which a lot of people maybe this sounds odd, maybe not, with elderly people. I love to sit and listen to older people, how they came in the country and what they did, and back in the war, and especially the Italian old man or the Greek older man, European. Not that I'm prejudiced. I'm just saying, how I love to hear how they met their wife. I love hearing those stories. I can fit in with, my really young nieces and nephews, young teenagers. They're like, oh my God, she's a cool one. It's not because I spoil them and I do stuff. Oh, I set them straight when they're needed, but I'm their friend. I'm the cool one, blah, 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 blah. And I'll hang out with women, but you know what? Time's very precious, and I'm not into gossiping about I don't want to hear about your mother-in-law all night. If you need me and you need to let it out, I'm there for you. But I'm not going to sit there and waste my time talking about, the people like this. Their problems in their life is what hair salon to go to today, or what nail salon, or that's drama queens. Oh my God, I'd rather
Fabiday.
Stay home by myself.
Fabiday, I can almost say I can't stand. As a collective, I almost can say I can't stand women. But line 6 just lit up for some reason. I don't know. It's bouncing up and down. It's freaking out. Let me see what's on line 6. Are you there?
Did she say she likes elderly women? Hello, Fabiday. How are you? I'm Eunice. Hi, darling.
Did you hear Eunice on the call?
Yeah, I couldn't make out what you said.
Oh, it's an elderly woman that calls in. She got excited when you said you liked elderly women.
Oh, very sweet. The chat is giving me all kinds of compliments. Wow, both Steve's just you're doing great. You should be this. You should. Oh, all right. Okay. One more person has the same birthday as me. You think you could guess from your intuition? I'm not trying to make it test you, and just sort of if you don't have to answer that. Do you feel anything?
Is it Josh Peterson?
No.
No? I don't know why I even guessed that. I didn't even think about it long enough. Okay. Why is my Skype going crazy? It's blowing up.
Same exact birthday.
Same exact birthday, July 14th, in the chat room. I'm not even at the chat room right now. I'm at Skype.
If I give you a birth year, would you be able to... Would it help or don't?
Did they say it in my chat room? I don't want to...
No. Oh, the birth year's on the chat room only. but not the date.
Ouch! My leg is
I can
killing
tell
me.
you who's in the chat.
Is it
Like,
Jersey?
nobody
Is it
knew,
Jersey
so.
Bees? Is it your buddy Jersey? Y'all have the same birthday, you and Jersey Bees? Do?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, and we discovered that. I mentioned to him a few months ago. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's cool.
Yeah.
But doesn't he look in his picture like he's dealing cards in an illegal casino or something?
Cigar?
Exactly.
Nah, he's just a cutie. He just got the cigar just for the the look. It's the Josie look. It's the Josie look. No.
Wait a minute. Stop. Why did Boomshine just say Allman Brothers? What did I say to you the other day?
Who said Allman Brothers?
Look in the chat room. Boomshine said Allman Brothers.
Allman Brothers.
Remember the other day I told you that.
Oh my gosh!
That,
I hate to say the word
that is
Josie.
That is
Gosh,
freaky.
oh my gosh.
Okay, guys, this is weird. The other day I said, for some reason, I'm thinking Allman Brothers. Didn't I say that?
Yes, you did.
Why did he...
My girlfriend.
Why did he write that? Why did he write that in the chat room? Why did he just randomly put the word Allman Brothers in there? Wow. That is weird.
Yeah, we were chatting when she was giving me sort of like this somewhat reading on the chat the other day, everyone. She said there's the man that's coming through that I'm seeing in your photo. I think he liked
the Allman Brothers
by Alabama.
Why did he say that, I wonder?
The Allman Brothers, and right now it's on the chat as we were just previously talking about it.
That is weird. Well, I don't know if Steve is still holding, but we're going to go over and listen to some loud radio. DJ Slim is going to be playing some music, and we want to go over there and listen to it. I love you to death. How much do we love her? She is great. I love you. This is great.
Oh, I'm happy to be on. I'm flattered. Do I have a Canadian accent? I can't.
No, you are Canadian, not you are. Oh, wait a minute. Lester's calling in. But since you called in on a block number, I can't add you. Damn it. I can't add anybody. It's going to be a separate one. Watch. Lester, are you there? Did I get Lester, or am I still with you, Fab? Who do I have? Did I hang up on everybody? Is anybody here? Lester,
I'm here.
Oh, it's you. Jesse, hi.
I just wanted to call in and say you old broads are hot tonight.
Real? Are you drinking?
No, ma'am.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to call in and tell you guys that you old broads tonight are hot.
We're not old and we're not broads, and thank you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, get on your bicycle and drive by Lester's house. They're jumping on the trampoline, him and Guy. All right.
Okay, you mean they're playing tummy sticks?
Oh, shit.
Okay, I gotta go.
All right, guys. You old broads. Yeah, I'm going old. That's rude. Let me see if... Steve, are you still here? Steve?
Yes.
Did you hear Jesse?
Yes, I'm listening to it right now.
Oh, it was that? It's behind... Okay. I wanted to pick back up your call. Isn't she...
Fine, huh?
Don't you love her? I love her.
Are you off that call?
She's on... I have 3 different calls. It's like I have to put one on hold and one on hold and one on hold.
Well, if you could take me off, you can finish your conversation. I'm listening in.
I want to close out, and all of us... Let's all go over to Loud Radio.
Yeah, he said he's got some... That's why he said Allman Brothers.
I'm hungry.
When aren't you? It's 2 in the morning. She's always hungry, ladies and gentlemen.
So I'm going to steal her as our new... We need her to be on
Sundays, 100%.
No, more than that. We need her on our panel sometimes, don't you think?
Oh, are you kidding me? I thought that from the first time I talked to her. She's awesome, man.
I like her a lot. And
she's from Canada. Where's Rush from? I'm sorry, Canada. That's why it works. See, there's chemistry here.
Just for that, I'm going to close out with a Rush song for you, Pumpkin, okay?
All right, I love you. I'll talk to you soon.
I love you too. All right, guys, boys, girls, and especially beautiful ladies. I'm going to close this gorgeous show tonight with a song by... I can't believe I'm going to do this. I really honestly can't believe I'm going to do this. Shouts out to everybody that's in the chat room tonight. And I'm hungry. I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to find this song. Hold on. I feel like such an unprofessional right now. She's great. And I started getting my intuition all up and weirded out. I gave a reading one time. Fab, if you're listening, don't go. Did y'all leave already? Anyway, if you didn't leave yet, let me tell you a really quick story. I can tell a story really quick. Girl calls into my show. Debbie, I just called to get a general reading. I said, okay, something's going on with a young boy, 16, 17, 18, but he wants me to tell you it was an accident. Well, she starts crying and hangs up the phone. I'm talking to Jake, who was my co-host at the time. I said, what did I say? Was I rude? He goes, no, you didn't say anything rude. She hung up. She calls back in, and she goes, Debbie, I got so upset I had to hang up. I said, why? And she said, I'm sorry. I could find the audio somewhere. Then she says, is that all that you felt? I said, I want to say something about pants. And she starts crying again, and I feel horrible. She proceeds to tell me that 3 weeks earlier, she was in a car that pulled over on the side of Interstate 175. Is it called 175? It's over there in the eastern part of Dallas. Her boyfriend steps out to take his jacket off and gets hit by an 18-wheeler. Okay? The children at the school were saying that he committed suicide. When she called, she was wearing his blue jeans. I'm Debbie Daly with you, closing out another episode of Debbie After Dark. I will see you cats on the dark side of the moon. Did you know that there was a real Lester Bangs? I found that out, and he just was exactly like... I'm sorry, he was just like the Lester Bangs in the movie Lester Bangs. I mean, Almost Famous. Shut up, Debbie. Go off the air. Let's go over to Loud Radio. Here comes my co-host's song for the night. I'll see you guys later. Thank you, Fabiday, and everybody in the chat room, especially thanks to Lester Bangs, David, my dear friend David Dalton, of course, me, and everybody else, Johnny, Guy, RD, the list goes on and on and on, and Stabby, everybody in the chat room. Love you all. I'm Debbie, and here goes Rush.
The blacksmith